Lucy, young. See, baby, look, I'm the type that like to kick it and meditate. Sit back and laugh at you bitches, cause y'all be hella fake. When I was born by myself. When I die, I ain't leaving with nobody else. What I need you for? You in the way in my house. Tell me what else do I really need in life other than my mouth? You for what? Where does make sense at? Go get a man or something, baby. They can deal with that. See, when you met him, y'all was cooler than a motherfucker. I had respect for each other till you fucked the bride. See, I told you, you big dummy, you wouldn't listen. Now she's so concerned how you treat me. Working with feelings, and we noticed that you never hang around no more. Remember me? I was there when you found her. And stop rewarding that bitch for shit she didn't do. That's how she know she got a sucker and a trick in you. Look at you, just trying to get on you. There's no one to blame. Sugar chick, you got good. She turned out to be a better girl. Oh, what a shame. Now that's good. Hey, let me ask you something, player. You never had no heroes in all your personal business. Mighty funny she knows. Your life is one big block. Lego. Oh, it's pussy before money now. Look on triple yo. Order taking that right back to your boss. You know a square never wrong. Just push, kicked, and tossed. Cause she know you just too worried about how she feels. And keep your mind on nothing else. For real. So ain't no telling what you might do. You lying, don't lie. You know, nigga, cause somebody think we like you. We brothers, nigga, we share stuff. Thunder and lightning ain't finna be recorded around no motherfucking square stuff. I used to get on the park bench. When Pippin Young was big youngster, he was just happy to be back. And I was Royal Rock Lee. Royal Rock Lee. Don't get your money while you bullshitting and working. Look at you, just trying to get on you. There's no one to blame. Sugar chick, you got good. She turned out to be a better girl. Oh, what a shame. Now that's great. I had some homies that was down with me. They either dead or in jail or ain't around for me. Who would've thought it really happened, nigga? Got a record deal, but now I'm touring by myself alone. You know how that feel? So hey, come here, P. Catch one of these niggas kill me, take this crown, hold it down, spill they noodles, you hear me? So all I have is sugar-free and lane with first round draft pick. Take it, don't look back till you get to the crib.
First of all, the state said I'm too big to feel. Then you invite me on your shit, then you pass me the wheel. Then you'll pass me a torch and then provide the light. But I deserve this motherfucker too, you goddamn right. Now, when I got the pen, I didn't talk to nobody but Jesus. He said he gave you the key to game and you won't lead us. So I stood in line like a soldier supposed to. Look me up too, God said, do what I told you. Babysitter became bottom bitch. Tank to him, you would have thought I was yeah. Movie scores true crime and they be in the wars.
What's going on with it, man? What's going on with the ism? Talk to me. Matter of fact, let me do this. Hold on. There we go. What's going on, man? Talk to me. I'll fix the rest of the title later. But get that like button, man. I know it's early. I know y'all in the bed. I already know this is gonna take a while, man. You know what I mean, for this. You know what I mean, for individuals to sit up there, man, and catch up with this one, man, because they in the bed, man. They sleep. You know what I mean? They woman ain't gonna let them get up, man, and watch you know what I mean, this game, man, at this time, man. You know what I mean? I'm surprised, you know what I mean, 50 people up at this time. But then again, hold on, let me see. Yeah, you know what I mean, it's 3:30 right now in this Toronto, Canada right now. You know what I mean? What time is it? Before I start, what time is it where you at right now? Bro, you right on time. I'm always up. Yeah, Clyde be up. I've been waiting to catch you live, P. And I appreciate those that want to make donations and things like that, but no, you can't make a donation until they approve the channel. Once they approve the channel, we can go into that, but you already know. I'm going to give classics, do classics, you know what I mean, with or without that. I mean, shit, we damn near did that shit damn near for 3 years. Almost, until O'Shea came in. Blessings to O'Shea, but nigga wasn't even concerned about no damn super chat. I'm in this NY. Yeah, you in the same time zone. You know, the first consultation that I got to do in the morning, we in the same time zone. He hold on. Oh, that's bro. But oh, okay, Harlem, what's going on? 2:30 in that Central. Yeah, but make sure you hit that like button. If it's 58 people up in here, hit that like button. Hey, Ebony. Oh man, I feel good, man. You know what I mean? Got me a woman watching at this time. You know, but y'all know this ain't really like too abnormal. Y'all know I done woke up about 3, 4 in the morning. Even when I did that, the reason why she don't see you as the pimping video that they ended up flagging the channel for. You know, when I did that, I started at like 2 or 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. When you got this game and you drop classics at any time. But let's get that like button. If it's 58 people up here, I don't know why I don't got 58 likes. Yeah. Go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead, hit that share button right now. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram. You know, a lot of times when I start a video off and I be like, I ain't gonna be long. This ain't gonna be long like the other ones. And that shit end up being damn near 3 hours, man. So I don't want to say it, but I do want to say it. You know, because I really shouldn't be long with this one. But you know how the game move. Next thing you know, we here 5 more motherfucking years. Who doing all of this flagging? I mean, I got an idea, but you know me. I'm not gonna put a jacket on somebody unless I got irrefutable proof to prove that this is the individual that flagged me. You know, I'm not gonna put nothing on you, man. Blessings to Turf, cause this needs to be talked about. We calling in? No. You know what I mean? This is another classic. No, I don't need no call-ins. That's what I wanted to know. Oh, you back. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Some more. But let me get into this game. For those that haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button right now. You know, hit the like button right now. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the amount of people. You know what I mean? I told you this channel might not be as big as, you know, our big channel, but it's nothing. All we got to do is keep, you know, sharing these videos, liking them, and it is spread. You know what I mean? We had this up to 20, 30,000 in no time. It's nothing, you know. But some of you in the game and even some of you outside of the game, you know, been asking certain questions. And even though, you know, some of them are not in the game, your questions is pretty much, you know, similar. You know, and I've been asked this so many times, seeing how long should I talk to her before, you know what I mean, just telling her to, you know, stop calling me, so she'll know that I'm serious. And I want to tell you that, first of all, number one, any other P is just giving you an autobiographical perspective. All right? So, you know, they on the outside looking in. Your eyes is always going to be the best eyes because it's your situation. But, you know what I mean, just to let you know, when you really got this game in you, and when you really got the spirit of pimping in you, the spirit of pimping will let you know, man, when you've been talking to a bride way too long. And because of social media and technology being the way that it is, it has enabled faggot ass bitches and bitches period to be able to talk to the pimping, look at the pimping when she won't, get in the pimping's inbox. You know what I mean? A lot of these bitches be sitting over there, they got folks, but you know what I mean, even with, you know what I mean, her supposedly paying a pimp, she's still following pimps on Instagram, still in the DM of every pimp. Because of the generation that we in right now, whether they in the game, whether we talking about the game or outside of the game, women pretty much, whether she looking for a boyfriend, a pimp, a rapper, a good weed man, you know what I mean? The internet has pretty much enabled that. You know what I mean? I don't know why everybody want to text me now while I'm live. But you know what I mean, the internet has enabled, you know what I mean, these women to do this. So they get the chance to sit up there and, you know, get on Snapchat, you know, see what the pimp is wearing, see what is everyday life. And then some of you, you have a conversation and you exchange information, and you having conversations with these women too long. Next thing you know, a whole week then pass, weeks then pass, you know, a month then pass. Some of y'all is way months then pass. You know what I mean? Some niggas that's watching now and some niggas that's gonna watch in the future. Some of you niggas been talking to the bitch so long that she think that, you know, you her friend. You know, you her buddy. So, you know, she don't feel obligated to make you feel appreciated simply because, you know what I mean, you've been basically being her buddy. I'm cool with you to pee. You know, you don't got to bring me the fee. I'm still cool with you to pee. You one of them type of niggas. You know what I mean? And it's because of the population of niggas like that that's talking to these broads, you know what I mean, with no money. They not concerned about breaking the bitch at all. Tet-tall. You know what I mean? Niggas is sitting over there having sexual conversations with the broad. Too busy trying to be, you know, Bernie Mac with the bride, making all of these jokes. And now the bitch take you for a joke. If you've been talking to a bitch, you know what I mean, for so long, and, you know, y'all been laughing and playing and all of that, some of y'all, the bitch calling you by your first name and all of that type of shit, she don't take your pimping serious, man. She don't. You know what I mean? I'm gonna slip into the square zone too and talk to some of the squares too. But before the pimp, well, you know, it's the new channel, bro. Give it time. You know what I mean? I got you. But you know what I mean? As far as with the pimping go, you know, she don't take you serious, man. She don't take you serious. You talking to the bro, she can have your attention anytime that she want to. She call you anytime that she want to. You know what I mean? You stop what you doing. You was working out. You stopped your workout when she called. You was reading. You stopped reading when she called. You know what I mean? You was fellowshipping with the pimping. You stopped fellowshipping with the pimping when she called. And now you sitting over there, you understand me, talking to the broad. You know what I mean? And y'all laughing and giggling. You know what I mean? And this shit just been going on too long. And then, you know what I mean? Some of you have actually said, you know, so when you think, you know, you're going to get around to my feet, when the next time you're going to be able to get around, you know, to my, to the feet. And she's like, well, I've been thinking about it, and yeah, you know, I like you, and yeah, you know, I'm getting there. Just give me some time, you know, just give us some time. You know, I don't want to mess things up. And some of you niggas is so into got your nose all up in this bitch booty hole that she just keep disrespecting you. Okay? Some of you niggas that sit up there, you understand me, and played with the bitch so long that when it was time for her to have a reunion at Western Union, the bitch didn't even have that on her goddamn mind. Okay? You her friend. You cool. You know what I mean? She sit up there and tell you about, matter of fact, this is when you know a bitch that got too comfortable with you. When the bitch starts sitting over there telling you about other conversations that she been having with other pimps, you know what I mean? She had it with other pimps, and then when she really insults you is when she tell you, nigga, that she been talking to another P, and she decided to be with this pimp either for 2 days or a week or whatever. But the end result is she gave that nigga some money. She gave that nigga some money. She ain't give you no money. You been talking to the bitch, you know what I mean, for forever and a day. Some of you niggas been talking to a bitch for forever and a day. You her friend on Facebook. You follow her on Instagram. Y'all Snapchat buddies. You got all of this. You got her Snapchat information, Facebook information, all of that. But she never asked you your information to none of your accounts. She never asked you for any of your account numbers, if you got one. She never asked you for your motherfucking government name so she could sit up there and bring money from the pavement and use your government to sit up there and have a reunion at Western Union. Cause you her buddy. You cool with her. You know what I mean? Y'all friends. You know what I mean? She talked to you like you one of her wifeys. Hit that like button right now. Come on, man. We only got 51 likes. If it's 101 people watching, at this time of the day on our small channel, then the least we could do, hit that like button right now. That button that's like this, hit that button right now. The more likes, the more recommendations for the video. Let's get them likes up over 100. But that's just real talk. She see you as her wifey. She don't respect you. You done become too cool with her. You know what I mean? She do not see you as the pimpin'. You've been very feminine. You've been laughing and giggling all on the goddamn phone with the bitch. Now she got a friend in you like that. So I got a friend. You got a friend in me. Ooh, you got a friend in me. Yeah, she got a friend in you. You know what I mean? She ain't got no pimp in you, but she got a friend in you. You know what I mean? You got a friend in me. You know what I mean? Bitch can sit up there and be on the track, sweated by the pimping. Then she call you. You know what I mean? And you laughing with the bitch. Oh, he was sweating you? Then these niggas be too thirsty. What's that nigga name? I'm gonna do a video with that too. But I think his name is Derek Jason. A lot of you is some Derek Jason ass niggas, man. You just saying anything and everything so the bitch can like you. You want to be on her side. The game telling you what to say, but you don't want to say that because you scared to sit up there and blow, you know what I mean, your action at the bitch. Some of you niggas are so afraid of offending the bitch and blowing your so-called imaginary action with the bitch that you disrespectful to the game and your manhood. Some of you niggas are so motherfucking respectful and polite, you know what I mean, and give so much honor to the bitch when you disrespecting the game and your manhood and your reputation as a so-called P in the game. Real talk. You her friend, and she see you like that. Get them likes up. You know, man. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but that nigga. Hold on, let me see what P spelled it. No, you spelling it Jackson. It's Derek Jason or however his name is spelled. He just be saying anything and everything for these bitches to like his dusty ass, and these bitches be going for it, falling for it. He just be sitting up there. Any nigga with common sense, knowing that this fruity balloon ass nigga don't even believe the motherfucking coward ass shit that's coming out his mouth. But he's saying a whole bunch of sugar booty ass shit to sit up there and play with these feeble-minded and absent-minded ass bitches. You know what I mean? Yeah, Derek Jackson. Yeah, I guess with the X, but yeah. You know what I mean? Real talk. Yeah, it's pronounced Jackson. So yeah, I guess you could say it like that. But yeah, I thought it was spelled some funny ass little way. But that's the type of niggas that we got in the game today. You know what I mean? Oh, it was his fault. Oh, no. He ain't no pimp anyway. Some of you niggas really be on the phone with the bitch saying shit like that. Oh, it was his fault anyway. You know what I mean? As beautiful as you is and as intelligent you are, a man should have made $1 million in 2 weeks with you. If I had you, I would have made $1 million in 2 weeks with you. You know what I mean? Any nigga that can't make $1 million in 2 weeks, at least in 2 weeks or less than that, he ain't no pimp, man. You know what I mean? That's just how fine you is. You so goddamn beautiful. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know what I mean? I ain't never did it before. I ain't never drunk bath water before, but I drink yours. On my pimping, I drink your bath water on the real. I drink your bath water. No. You think I'm playing? You know what I mean? On my pimping, man, I drink your bath water, man, on the real. These niggas be on the phone with the bitch. You know what I mean? Just sitting over there cupcaking it, Derek Jackson in it. You know what I mean? With the bitch, man. Don't get no money. You know what I mean? You Derek Jackson, the P-ass niggas, y'all be on the phone with these bitches, listening to a bitch previous situation with some other representation in the game. You know about the size of another pimp's dick. You know about how another pimp ate pussy. You know about all the confrontations and discrepancies that they had in their home. You know about how he ate booty. You know about him hitting the bitch in the eye. You know what I mean, when she was drunk. You know about everything that happened in all her situations with pimps. You just don't know nothing about that information about a confirmation number. Yeah, you ain't never got that confirmation with a text message when she say, "Yeah, I'm leaving the bank right now. Did you want me to send, you know what I mean, the receipt? You know what I mean? Make sure my fingernail is showing over the receipt. Cause I just got my nails done. You want me to just send you the receipt? But yeah, I just left Bank of America. I just left Wells Fargo. I just left Chase. You want me to send you the receipt? You don't get text messages like that. Some of you niggas is too friendly, man, to be the motherfucking pimping, man. You know what I mean? Some of y'all some Miguel ass niggas. You know, you over there adoring the bitch. You know what I mean? No, man. Pimping supposed to sit up there, elevate the bitch, educate the bitch, empower her. You know what I mean? Lead her to enlightenment, lead her to development. But you, Miguel, Derek Jackson ass niggas, man, you know what I mean? Y'all be sitting over there, on some Bobby Brown, I need a girlfriend type shit on the phone with the broad, and you talking for hours about nothing. Bitch ain't asked nothing about your fee, nothing about your requirements. You know what I mean? She done got so comfortable with you, and you laughing and giggling, the bitch asking you how big your dick is. You know what I mean? Bitch telling you that she been fantasizing about you tasting her, and you sitting over there laughing like a bitch. You know what I mean? I'm talking to you niggas, man. Because I know I could tell you why you broke. I could tell you why, you know what I mean, your phone bill is that high. But ask her to pay your phone bill. I dare you. I dare you to ask her to pay your phone bill. She said that she like you. Well, let's see. You know what I mean? I dare you to ask her, you know what I mean, can I pay your phone bill? I mean, can you pay my phone bill? Some of you niggas been talking to the bitch for a month. Over a month. Now watch this. That's when you really know if a bitch, she really don't even care for you. You've been talking to the bitch for over a goddamn month, and you mean to tell me, and you mean to sit up there and tell me that you've been talking to this bitch, you know what I mean, for months, bro? And you can't even get the bitch to sit up there and pay for your phone bill? You ain't even worth a phone bill? Some of y'all bills be $400 and $500. You know what I mean? Or $300. And she can't even sit up there. She been talking to you. Some of y'all been talking to the bitch for an hour. You know what I mean? Or hours. And you mean to tell me that you're not even worth a phone bill, P? You can't even charge the bitch, you know what I mean, to pay your phone bill? I mean, goddamn. You've been talking to the bitch, you know what I mean, since Jesus was crucified. You gonna talk to the bitch until Adolf Hitler come back as a good man, and you mean to tell me she can't sit up there and pay your phone bill? Well, I was gonna ask, but I was like, no, her type of caliber, and I'm talking from experience. I've heard these niggas say this type of shit. Her type of caliber, I was like, no, she kind of like a boss bitch. So, I don't wanna ask, you know what I mean, and blow my action. That's their number one thing. I don't wanna blow my action. And let me teach you niggas what real action is. Nigga, action is when you get a motherfucking transaction out that bitch. And if you ain't checked the motherfucking transaction, guess what, nigga? You ain't got no action. You just talking. That bitch doing you the same way that she doing a trick. And these bitches be knowing what they doing. They be sitting over there lying to you motherfuckers, telling you stories that don't even exist just to sit up there and break you for your time. You can replace money, but you can't replace time. You let the bitch sit up there and break you for something that's more valuable than money. Your motherfucking time. Hold on. Let me say this to you. You got to value yourself. You got to value yourself. If you don't see yourself as the best definition of valuable, if you don't see your time as the best definition of valuable, they're going to keep breaking you for your time, P. You're going to keep having conversations with bras on Facebook, with conversations with bras on Instagram and Snapchat, and get no money. Get no money. You know what I mean? Take it from me. No disrespect to the P's and stuff, but especially when it comes to that whole little social media thing, man, I done did my thing off that. I done did shit these niggas ain't never done. And there's a lot of people that got some terrific and beautiful stories. You know what I mean? But if it's somebody that can teach you how to sit up there, you understand me, and knock off that little social media shit, that shit easy. That shit easy than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But even if I taught some of you niggas the game, you know what I mean? It still ain't gonna sit up there and end up being some gain, some GAIN, because a lot of y'all are just really truly friendly. You're really a friend. You like being friends with renegades. You got hoe buddies. And it irks me. It's a vexation to the spirit of pimping when these renegades say, my pimp partner. Hold on, bitch. Your pimp partner. You know what I mean? A renegade, a bitch, period, ain't got no business sitting over there talking about she got a pimp partner. A bitch ain't got no goddamn business, walking up to the pimping or just being comfortable enough with the pimping and just talking about some, hey, P, what's up, P? Man, that shit disrespectful. But they don't feel it's disrespectful. Why? Because you've been talking to her like she your equal. And that's why she talked to you like, you know what I mean, you the equal. And it's going to break your little heart that you've been talking to this bitch for 60 days, 90 days, in a real stump down, no playing, no nonsense ass pimp get on the phone with the bitch. And as soon as she get on the phone with him, she going right to Bank of America. She going right to Wells Fargo. She having a reunion with Western Union in honor of his name and game, simply because he came in letting the bitch know his requirements. He ain't sit up there and let the bitch have a Wendy Williams show. Yeah, and when I was with, Golden Mac, Golden Mac, he used to beat me, he used to just knock me out, and every day I never understood why he would just knock me out. I was giving him $5 million a day. I gave that nigga 3 planets in 1 week. I sat up there and I robbed Liberace for his jewelry. I sat up there and snatched God's throne from heaven and brought that to him, and the nigga was still kicking me down the stairs and kicking the dingleberries out my ass. And then when I chose up, with smartphone to P, all he wanted to do was fuck. His dick was 15 inches. He was fucking me from here. He was fucking me from there. You know what I mean? He was fucking me on the ceiling. He was fucking me with me on top of a building. His dick was omnipresent. You know what I mean? He was fucking me everywhere. And, I couldn't even work. You know what I mean? Because I'd be out hitting licks. You know what I mean? And the moment, that I'd be sitting over there, hitting licks and shit, he'll be telling me to come bring it in home. You know what I mean? I just couldn't understand, Then when I got with 180 Kevin, he just couldn't stop gangbanging. You know what I mean? He would just, I'd be like, hey baby, I just got you a Rolex, and he'd be like, thanks, cuz. And I was like, no, I'm your bitch, talk to me like a hoe. He was like, cuz, you tripping. You know what I mean? Break yourself to a loke. And you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, so I just been through so much. And you niggas listen to these motherfucking movies and shit, and I'm not saying that sometimes, you gotta let a little broad vent, you know what I mean? But it's the spirit of pimping, the spirit of wisdom, the common peace sense that ain't common, gonna tell you, hey man, check that shit. Check that shit, man. You know what I mean? This bitch been talking too goddamn long about nothing. Make that bitch talk about something important, you know what I mean? Like you and your feet. You know what I mean? So we get this shit on the road. We ain't got time to be sitting up there, You know what I mean? Listening to all these stories about when she paid him, when she paid him, when she paid him. Bitch done paid every goddamn body but you. Bitch done paid the motherfucking Mexicans in Vegas, man, that got the little sex cards standing outside, you know what I mean, on the strip. You know what I mean? Bitch done paid the weed man. Bitch done paid the cable man. Bitch done paid Bloods and Crips. Bitch done paid Simps. Bitch done paid GDs, BDs, and niggas that sell DVDs and CDs. You know what I'm saying? She done paid everybody but you, nigga. You know what I mean? That should let you know something. You know what I mean? Everything is not, man, these faggot ass bitches ain't choosing. Have you ever sat down and did self-inventory? It's very mandatory, man, once you start going months without knocking. You know what I mean? A real pimp, man, that really be campaigning every day. You know what I mean? He be trying to knock something every day. He don't even be trying. He be like the Nike sign, you know. Pimp be out there endeavoring to do it. So, some of y'all saying that you pimps, but you going so long without getting a breaking or a charging. You know what I mean? You need to check your post because you might not be alive. You know what I mean? In this game, you might be existent in life, in the world, but in reality, you're not alive in the game. You know what I mean? We used to have that rule, man. A lot of these niggas, man, they be acting, man. You know, when you go 30 days, man, without an interview, charging, breaking, without getting somebody out of pocket, you know what I mean? That shit look crazy, man. You know what I mean? Deja brought her big head ass up in here. Good morning. Good morning to Helena. You know what I mean? Hold on. I think Amber then came up in here if I'm not mistaken. But shouts out to all the ladies. You know what I mean? But she just been talking to you way too long. Way too long. Now, what I will say, certain women, you got to just see them face to face. All right? It's about you seeing her face to face. That's all. The moment that you get in front of her face, you gonna end up having her. You gonna end up having her motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? You've been talking to her long enough. You didn't build it up the momentum. You know what I mean? And all you gotta do is just physically be in front of her face, and you gonna have her. You know what I mean? But as far as all of these, you know, late night conversations every day, you know what I mean? And y'all been going months strong. She ain't even tried to give you a dime. She ain't even offered to pay the phone bill that she didn't help you run up. Yeah, man, you niggas is different. Yeah, you niggas is different. I'll give you an example of when a bitch really mean business. You know what I mean? Versus a bitch who don't mean business. So you can learn, you know what I mean, from these examples. Now, matter of fact, I'll start with the one that didn't mean business when I was just first starting, you know, because I came out of prison. So when I came out of prison, you know, all I knew before prison pretty much was track and casino. Sending the bitch to the track, sending her to the casino, sending her to the resorts. I wasn't messing with no internet. You know what I mean? I didn't start messing with the internet till I got out and I seen my nigga Dynasty and Freeze doing their thing. Freeze was knocking broads. Freeze had knocked this fine ass, light-skinned little broad, you know what I mean, from Knoxville, Tennessee. Freeze was in that Hawaii at the time. And Freeze was messing with BP, Backpage. And Freeze sat up there and texted broad. She ain't even know how Freeze looked. And Freeze sat up there and texted little broad, you know what I mean, that was in Knoxville. He was in Hawaii at the time. They sit up there and exchange information. And the game is so motherfucking beautiful and so impeccable that without physically seeing Freeze, she was so mentally intrigued with the conversation that she left the location of motherfucking Knoxville, Tennessee, just to come to Hawaii to get Freeze currency, man. You know what I mean? And I can't lie, coming out of prison and hearing that, you know what I mean, that kind of had my mind blown because I used to kind of like lightweight. I just keeping it real with you. I used to look at Freeze crazy as a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Before I got locked up. You know what I mean? When sometime I come over bro's place and you know, I come over, I'm like, come on, baby, you know what I mean? You about to campaign? He said, I'm already campaigning. And Freeze sometime I had a laptop in his hand, and this was MySpace was really jumping off. But I wasn't fucking with MySpace. You know what I mean? Still to this day, I've never had a MySpace account. You know what I mean? But Freeze was messing with MySpace. He was campaigning. All of the pimps, they was knocking on MySpace, man. You know what I mean? Them niggas was doing their thing, man, off of MySpace. You know what I mean? Just letting that shit be 100, man. You know what I mean? And I told him, see, I'm such a real nigga that even if me and a nigga ain't fucking with each other, I'm gonna let the shit be all the way 100. And when you mention the MySpace campaign, as far as pimps doing their thing, I can't even lie to you, nigga. Johnny Cash was doing his thing, nigga, on that MySpace. Doja the Don, you know what I mean? Doja was doing his thing off MySpace. It's this one other little P out of Miami. He knocked a bitch off. He knocked a hoe off of motherfucking Miami. I mean, he knocked a hoe off of motherfucking MySpace. The bitch come off the plane with 40,000. You know what I mean? That was his first breaking. You know what I mean? With the bitch. The bitch come off the motherfucking plane with 40 motherfucking thousand from MySpace. So them niggas was having it they way off MySpace, man. And I really, I'm upset at that because, you know what I mean? I just know the nigga that I am. If I was the nigga that I am now, in the day when they was doing their thing off MySpace, I would have, no disrespect to them niggas, but man, I would have had way more success. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but personality, mouthpiece just too much. But when bro had his laptop in his hand, I hate when that shit be buffering and shit. But you know what I mean? When he had his laptop in his hand, I was like, you know what I mean? Nigga talking about he campaigning. Nigga, we campaign outside. Yeah, nigga, the game outside. Nigga got a goddamn laptop in his hand. He talking about he campaigning, man. Anyway, but when I got out of prison and Freeze had knocked that light skinned, fine ass, thick ass, big booty, big titty. Well, I take that back. She wasn't big titty. You know, I got to keep all my stories 100. Ass big, thighs big, fine face. But as far as the titty department, she was kind of bankrupt. Got to keep my stories 100. But she was fine as hell. She was light bright. And what really did it for me, what really made me get on the internet, you know what I mean? Sometimes, like when you go to Freeze, when Freeze put up that video on his channel called Nothing But Pimpin', he got the Ain't Nothing Like Pimpin', and he got the Too Short playing, and it's a nigga in the comment section talking about, see, you had me in it. That's Dynasty. Okay, when we was in the Shy, you know what I mean? I ended up meeting Dynasty through another nigga I don't even fuck with no more, you know what I mean, out the mill. And I come over to nigga house, man. He's staying on by that Milwaukee. You know, motherfuckers that know Chicago, you already know the area that I'm talking about. So the moment I sit up there, you know what I mean, I come up in the house, you know what I mean, I see the places, you know, the place kind of cool, you know what I mean? But when I came in, you know what I mean, I see this pretty boy kind of ass nigga, and I'm in my mind like, man, all these little pretty boys think that they just pimping. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know, just because, you know, these women have told you that you're handsome and you look good, that don't mean that you're going to live like you should in the game, nigga, especially when it ain't in you. But, you know, a lot of these pretty boy, light-skinned or brown-skinned ass niggas, they be thinking that they the pimping because they handsome or they look good, you know, and end up being broke and being a joke and shit. You know what I mean? Hey, baby. You know what I mean? But so anyway, as we talking and chopping up pimping, you know what I mean, and chopping up this game, you know, this pretty little white bitch walk up in here, and when she walked in, she just peeling my man and she just counting racks and she break herself to him. So I was like, he got the snow. Okay, all right, you dig? And so we chopped it up. You know what I mean? I didn't lose composure over that shit. I was like, you know what I mean? I'm still fresh out the pen. He didn't broke the little snow, the little bunny. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Got the little nice place. But next thing I know, you know what I mean? Another white bitch come in. And she's breaking herself to him. And he counted more racks. But, you know, we continue in our conversation. I'm like, damn, you know, this whole time that we've been talking, you know, bitches been coming from the outside into the house, you know what I mean, breaking themselves to them. Hit the like button right now. We should have been over 100 likes by now, man. This the little button like this, man. Take your little fat ass finger, hit the little like button right now. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe right now. I know it's motherfucking, hold on. It's 4:07 in this Toronto, Canada. You know what I mean? But it might be 2:07 or 1 where you at, or it might be the same time. But you know what I mean? What you mean? Welcome home, P, man. I've been out since motherfucking 11, bro. Stop it. But you know what I mean? We sitting over there chopping this shit up, and I'll be damn. This motherfucking fake Hillary from Fresh Prince looking ass bitch come up in this motherfucker, man, and break herself to this pimp, man. I'm getting turned on by the game, man, with all of this pimping going on, man. You know what I mean? Oh my God. So, you know what I mean? Little Hillary from Fresh Prince bitch come up in this motherfucker, man, and break herself, you know what I mean, to a pimp, man. That shit, I'm like, oh my God. So, next thing you know, and I gotta tell you this story, some more snow come in. So this nigga 40 toes deep, he got 4 hoes. And what was amazing to me is when he told me, I was like, man, after the 4th bitch, which was the last bitch, I say, hey, Dynasty, man, I can't lie, man. You know, that's what's up, man. I like that. He said, oh, you like that, P? Yeah. He said, well, you know how I knocked him, right? I say, how you knock him? That nigga sat up there and said, yeah, man, I knocked all them bitches, man, off social media. Fuck me up. Because before I came out of prison, I was just a track casino nigga, man. I wasn't fucking with no damn internet. When them niggas was fucking with Craigslist and all that shit, I wasn't on that. But I was like, you knocked all 4 of them from the internet? He's like, yeah, they all turnouts. I was like, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now, when Freeze told me about how he knocked a broad, you know what I mean, from Knoxville to Hawaii, and once I seen her, that planted the seed. But what gave me the water is when I seen Dynasty with the 4 that was fresh turnouts from social media. And I ain't gonna get into the whole little spiel, but one of the little broads out the 4, she was sitting over there, you understand me, robbing, not so much robbing, but she was with 2 black dudes and another white bitch. They used to go inside of Walmarts, and they used to sit up there with different cards and shit, and they was hitting different Walmarts and different stores, you know what I mean, and they ended up getting caught. And by the time they ended up getting caught, they had hit so many stores cross country, you know what I mean, playing the card game and the paper game and shit, you know what I mean. They had it was either 100 or 200,000. Don't get me lying, you know what I mean. But they was doing their little thing. This nigga Dynasty sat up there, saw the news, okay, seen her last name, and later on he sat up there, you know what I mean, was I guess trying to write her while she was incarcerated. I don't think that reached her, but she ended up getting released. And this nigga took her name, her government name, searched the bitch up on Facebook, and was leaving inbox messages and all that type of shit. And the bitch ended up seeing them, and they started talking, you know what I mean, less than a week. She sat up there and flew to Chicago. Next thing you know, man, she was down, you know what I mean, getting that nigga some money, man. She was on that motherfucking North Avenue, man. She was sitting over there tearing it up, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? As I like to say, down on that avenue for that man's revenue, man. She was down and about it. Less than a week. You know what I mean? See, that go to show you when somebody's serious. She talked to him less than a week, and was on the plane coming to be about that man's business. Okay? Somebody that's serious. So, you know, I said all that to say this. That's what inspired me to even, you know, that's what, after I seen Dynasty and the way he did it, and had 4 bitches that was turnouts from social media, I said, man, I created a Facebook account right then and there, man. I created a Facebook account, and ever since then, man, you know what I mean, I was fucking with Facebook. But if it wasn't for Freeze and Dynasty, man, I wouldn't even never even got on the internet. You know what I mean? Them was my inspirations for even getting on the damn internet. Because before Freeze and Dynasty had showed me results from their thoughts fucking with the damn internet, man, I wasn't gonna fuck with no damn internet, man. I thought that was for like fake niggas, man, that ain't had no like game in the streets and shit. But once I seen niggas getting big licks and, you know what I mean, the pimpin' sitting over there really coming up, man, you know what I mean, knocking fresh turnouts and knocking niggas over the internet, I said, whoa, you know what I mean, let me see what this is about. And I can't lie to you. You know, I always tell the 100. I tell the truth even on my enemy. Keisha from motherfucking False Alert, when I got out, had a site, I ain't gonna say the name, but I told y'all before Facebook was ever able to go live, he created a way to go live. They was going live. This is the first time I ever seen people going live. They was going live. This was like in 2000, and they was going live in 2010. Real talk. You know what I mean? Real talk. And Pimps was knocking off that. So that's how I got pulled into the internet. Okay? Now, when I first started talking to certain little broads, because I remember this one little, she was a nice little white bitch, you know what I mean? She was decent. She wasn't fine or nothing. So, I'm sitting over there talking to the little broad, and we sitting over there chopping it up, and she like, you know, I just like you. I like your conversation and things like that. I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I said, but you know, what's going on? How much you got over there? What you sitting on? Well, come on. I just wanna. This taught me. This was what made me the beast that I am. Playing shit like this. I got you. You know, it's just that my auntie, I got to pay this bill for my auntie. Then, you know, my brother, he in jail. I got to put money on his books. Then I still got to go pay rent. You know what I mean? I got to do this and I got to do this. So every time I would ask the bitch about, you know what I mean, my money, she always had an excuse or justification. But yet she'll call me, and like a dumbass, I was still answering the phone. You know what I mean? Hold on. You know what I mean? I was still answering the phone. You know what I mean? So the bitch was breaking me for time. You know what I mean? Because I was a novice at the shit, and I'm trying to, like a lot of you niggas, I'm not trying to blow my action. So I didn't say anything because I didn't want to blow my action. So I was like, man, I'm just going to go ahead, you know what I mean, and be cool. You know, I know it's coming, and I know it's coming. 2 weeks done passed. Still ain't broke the bitch. Ain't got a dime. You know what I mean? And now, you know what I mean, it's getting disrespectful now. Bitch telling me, you know what I mean, yeah, I had a good night tonight. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Oh, that's, you know, oh, you had a good night tonight? Yeah, I had a good night tonight. You know what I mean? I just hit for 1,800. Oh, for real? Okay. All right, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. So, yeah, you want my information? And yeah. Just give it to me. Yeah, give me the information. So I gave the bitch my motherfucking information. She said, yeah, first thing in the morning, soon as I get up, you know what I mean, how much you want? How much you want? And, you know, because the bitch had to pay for her room and, you know, food and all of that shit, I sat up there and I said, you know, send me 15. Send me 15 of that. And she like, okay, yeah. first thing in the morning. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you. You think I got that $1,500? Fuck it. You think I got $15? Fuck it. You think I got 15 cents? Man, stop it. You know what I mean? And my dumb ass. Yeah, yeah. And see, you know, when you young, especially when you first, you know, start with that type of shit, you know, I'm the little bitch she gonna she gonna send me 15. yeah, the one I showed you pictures of it the other day. Yeah, the one with the little thighs and shit with the little yeah. I'm gonna end up, yeah, man. You know, man, I ain't even physically seen the bitch, you know what I mean? Yeah, she already taking care of a pimp's business, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? The room, they about to check out their room, man, pretty soon, man. You know what I mean? I think check out at 11. Yeah, sometimes, it do be 12. Yeah, it do be 12. You know what I mean? Some, these hoes be sleeping and shit like that. She probably sleep. You know what I mean? Bitch, go ahead and send me mine. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's 12:30. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean, bitch, you know what I mean? She was out there trapping hard, you know what I mean? She just tired. Bitch probably laying in the bed, you know what I mean, with her eyes all closed, mouth all open and shit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna trip about this shit, man. You know what I mean? In the meantime, man, let me get out here and campaign, man. You know? It's 5 o'clock. I mean, bitch ain't even called me. I'm gonna give it to 7 because ain't no telling. You know what I mean? Bitch done woke up. You know what I mean? She done called dates. You know what I mean? This horn don't stop, man. You know what I mean? Bitch gonna always be in the right place because she's in the motherfucking trick face. So yeah, man, she done called another date, man. You know, my impatient ass. I'm just impatient like a motherfucker, man. This game stay blessing the pimp though, man. You know. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and call. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call, man. You know what I mean? Somebody did something because I knew she, you know what I mean? She would have sent me, she was going to send me the 15 by now, you know? It's going straight to voicemail. Why going straight to voicemail? She went to sleep. Damn, man. Bitch probably went out to try to get me some more money, man, and ended up getting arrested. Shit, man, let me look this bitch up. Yeah, she probably arrested, man. Damn. Bitch probably, damn, man, I forgot I was supposed to make the bitch memorize my number. She don't even know to call me, man. Psst, my slow ass. Shh. She ain't popping up, though. Bitch ain't coming up, man. Hold on, man. It's because sometimes, you know what I mean, they don't be coming up in the computer. You got to sit up there and call. So I just got to call, you know what I mean? Because sometimes a bitch could be locked up, but they ain't popping up on the computer and shit. So I'm just about to sit up there, man. You know what I mean? Yes, ma'am. Do you have such and such? It's nobody in there by that name. Oh. Damn, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, man. This bitch been posting on Facebook all day. Wait a minute. She got her nails done, her hair done, her feet done. Wait a minute, man. What about my money, though? Hold on, let me inbox this bitch. Did she change her number or something? What the fuck? Hey, bitch, what's happening? Wait a minute. Am I blocked? Is a pimp blocked around this motherfucker? Facebook tripping, man. No, I know the bitch ain't blocked me, man. Facebook tripping. Facebook on some bullshit. Hold on, man. Yeah, I think Facebook is set up there, man. The devil always trying to come against this pimping, man. Because I know the bitch ain't blocked me, so it got to be Facebook. Hold on. Let me check on my other account. Check on my other page. Yup. Her page still up. She blocked my motherfucking and it was from that day. You know what I mean? Some niggas, it take time after time. It had from that day on, from that time on, you know, I always had, you know, a rule. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not telling you to apply this to you, because what worked for my P might not work for your P. What worked for my campaign might not work for your campaign. So don't apply what I'm about to say to you. I don't want you to take what sin do as the Bible on what to do when talking to a bride, whether from the strip club, the mall, you know, Denny's, a motherfucking Waffle House, Facebook, Snapchat, and all of that shit. But me personally, when I talk to a broad, immediately, the first time, after I have a conversation, especially if we spoke for 30 minutes, and Lord knows an hour, but if we spoke from anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes, if she don't put in effort to text me or call me, we're not going, 9 out of 10, we're not going to have a second conversation. Because I wasn't angry at the bitch for not so much as sending the money and all of that. She was doing what she was supposed to. And I got a lesson out of that, and that's how I got my blessings later on, because I said, never again. Never will I disrespect myself again. Never will I devalue my time again. So a lot of you niggas, when you basically have a good conversation, 30 minutes or an hour, 20 minutes and all of that shit, you get up the next day calling her or texting her and stuff like that. And I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just telling you what I do. If she don't sit up there and put in some type of effort to keep texting me and calling me, there will not be another conversation. She has to put in the effort. She has to let me know that she likes talking to me. She's got to put in the work to let me know that, hey, I want to talk to Sin. I like Sin. And look, this is how I catch a bitch. Because if you keep calling me, if you keep texting me, okay, and you like texting me, you like talking to me like that, I come in, you know what I mean, giving instructions. You know what I mean? I come in giving instructions. And I feel comfortable enough to do that because you've made a lot of effort to talk to me. So, you know what I mean, what I always used to say all the time, you know what I mean, because I might answer a few times and then sometime I'll go without speaking. Then it brought like, you just disappeared. It's kind of like that Stevie Wonder song, Rocket Love. And then I just disappear on the bitch. And once we start, you know what I mean, chopping up again, where you been? Oh, baby, you know what I mean, I just been busy and things like that. Plus, you know, I'm campaigning and, you know, by me being so serious about this game, you know what I mean, I couldn't waste time. And no disrespect to you, but I don't know if you have the same fire and, you know what I mean, the same desire, you know, that same, you know what I mean, consuming fire within yourself to really have something in the game. But I want to do something legendary in the game. And it's not going to transpire by me sitting over there waiting on a woman. So rather than me waiting on you, I have to make things happen. I still got to be in a pimp's place, which is in a hoe's face. You know what I mean? So that's what, you know, I've been doing, man. I stay working. Oh my God, but I was calling you. I was texting you. Well, my time is valuable, and the information that I have, the knowledge that I have, the wisdom that I have is so empowering that it's the best definition of valuable. And I treat it as such. Okay? And because we got one life to live, I don't want to waste my one life chasing after or spending too much time, talking to somebody who's not trying to be about that life. So, you're very gorgeous. You're very pretty. I do want you. You know that from the first conversation. But due to the fact that time is more valuable than money, I can't waste that. If I lose money, I can gain money again. If I lose the time, I can't gain that time again. So I can't waste any time. Well, I do want to talk to you. You didn't even give me a chance. Okay, if it's like you say it is, and this is how I call them on their bluff every time. This will get it without wasting time. How much do you have? Well, see, I was going to give you this. They know. I was going to give you this, but I just knew with your caliber, it wasn't big enough. See, don't worry about that. See, that's your problem. You want to preside over the situation, with your intellect. Okay, but you need to work in the spirit of your now. Because when we were talking and having a conversation, we spoke on different subjects. Did I not show you that my mind is beautiful? Yes, you did. That's why. Exactly. So you know that I have an abundance, a wealth of information. This information that I have is worth paying for. You know what I mean? Fair exchange, no robbery. So, with the information that I have, and I'm so anointed with this game that I give up game, even by accident. I'm so full of game, if I open up my mouth, I'm going to fuck around and die and bust. So, like that motherfucking Total Recall. So, I can't waste any time. You need to start giving in your now until you are willing to make a sacrifice. Success has a price to it, and it's called sacrifice. Call me or text me and let me know when you're willing to pay the price. I'm willing to pay it now. You know what I mean? And that's when I know that a bride is serious. You know what I mean? Sin, I'm ready to fuck with you now, but I only got 600 or 700. Okay? Now, what I'm going to tell you is this. Certain brides, because they're so flaky, you know what I mean? I just want to get the bride used to breaking herself to the pimping. Okay? Some niggas sit up there and fucked up future breakings because they didn't get the bitch used to breaking themselves to the pimping. Seeing what you mean? Okay. And I've done it too. Because of how high the bitch sees me or my caliber of pimping, she might only have $500, and it's been times where no, don't even do it. So what you want me to get it up to? I'll let you know. Just keep stacking. You know what I mean? But me and you gonna be the best definition of special. I wouldn't dare touch that little 5 cent that you got. You know what I mean? Put some more relish on that sandwich, because right now it ain't big enough. You know what I mean? But no, we're not gonna start, our future off with $5. Especially your type of hoeing and the potential that you got and what I'm gonna be doing with you. The shit we about to do in the game is legendary. I'll be damned if I start this shit off with $500. Now, most of the time, I won, kick using that particular game. But I have to tell about, certain times, like for example, it was a situation, of course he's not going to speak about it, but that's just like when me and Johnny was cool. When we was cool, a little broad that came from him, because that's the way pimping pimp. Pimping is a blessing to pimping. All right? If a nigga pimped on the broad, and that he mashed on the broad, I'll be damned if you disrespect, some pimping by coming in here with some simping or some boyfriend, Netflix and chill type shit after this nigga done sit up there and mashed on the bitch. And see me, I would never get into my feelings and take what another man did, whether we disagree with each other, or I don't fuck with you or not, but he mashed on this bitch, okay? So, you know what I mean? By him mashing on this particular bitch, I told her that, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to see each other until you give me 20 of them things. So, you know what I mean? Plus, when we was fucking with each other like that, Johnny had already given me the spiel about the little broad, about the little numbers that she was capable of getting. And, that's just how it is. That's just like with Special. When I had charged the little Jessica bitch at that time when I was first coming to, and I'm about to tell you about that situation too, I came in the door. See, I knew how to play it with her. I just wanted to get the bitch used to breaking herself. I came in saying, come up with 5,000. But the bitch didn't physically see me. By the time Jessica ended up saying, man, I had to check damn near, you understand me, 23,000 before we physically even seen each other. Even though I told her my fee wasn't nothing but 5,000. But by the time we ended up seeing each other, you know what I mean? She had already gave me a good 23,000. Now watch this. I told her that my fee was 5,000 when Special knocked me for the Jessica bitch. He come right behind me and sit up there and say, well, bitch, you know what I mean? You gave Sin 5, you know what I mean? And bitch, I know I'm a pimping motherfucker and I'm pimping better than him. Bitch, you know what I'm saying? I need my 10. It was because of the foundation that I laid with the 5 that he was able to come with the 10. Now, if any nigga knocks Special for the bitch, if he's a wise, authentic, articulate, informative representative about this shit, he gonna come behind Special with the 20. Pimping is a blessing to pimping. Okay? When you pimp accordingly to the game, the next nigga coming behind you after you've pimped, you know what I mean, accordingly, because you might be a Harvard University pimp, another pimp might be a Stanford pimp, but it's all Ivy League, baby. So, you know what I mean, he charged a 10, another pimp come behind and be like, well, you know what I mean, you gave Special 10, bitch, run it up, because I needs my 20. Because I'm not going to let you. That's the mentality of a pimp. And that's why I love and respect Special to this day, because he came with the right pimp mentality. Bitch, you're not going to give me anything less than what you gave another man. That's the mentality of a pimp. And we cool still to this day. Nigga knock me, you know what I mean, for the bitch. Y'all niggas know. Y'all just watched the video. It was me, Free, Johnny, BP, and we chopped it up about it. But we still cool to this day. If I was holeless and doleless and didn't have, I can call that nigga. He know I'm not. I'm so motherfucking egotistical and honorary. But if I was holeless and doleless right now, I'd call that nigga for a jug. And if that nigga was holeless and doleless right now, he already know I'm going to give my motherfucking last. That's how pimps do. Pimps don't be holding grudges and all of that shit. And since then, we got so much motherfucking love for this game that when the Jessica bitch got out of bounds, you know what I mean, because Keisha from False Alert had a friend in Orlando, I can't lie. That's who Jessica originally come from. You know what I mean? She come from the nigga in Orlando that was doing this thing. You know what I mean? For those that's in the game, name start with an S. You know what I mean? Was driving that yellow Lambo. And, you know what I mean? She come from him. So, you know what I mean, when that situation, which is another reason why Keisha from False Alert, you know what I mean, is angry at me, because it had ties to his nigga. I got his nigga for the bitch. Special got me for the bitch. And when the bitch basically ended up going to jail, Keisha from False Alert friend that's originally from the East Coast, he originally really supposed to be a New York nigga, but was doing this thing out there in Orlando, he bailed the bitch out. Now, this bitch ain't gave him a dime since Jesus was crucified, but he gonna bail this bitch out knowing that currently she giving the currency to another man. We don't listen. Don't you ever. If a bitch is currently giving the currency to another man, you do not bail that bitch out. That's not your bitch. She belonged to the game any motherfucking way. But if that bitch currently is giving the currency and hopefully temporarily, you know what I mean, to another man, and if she get locked up and she hit your phone talking about how bad he been treating her and all of this shit, and could you bail her out? Hell the fuck no. Now if she had went to jail on your watch, okay, then you can get the bitch out. But we do not bail other niggas' hoes out. That is not pimping. You know what I mean? All these niggas bailing other niggas' bitches out and all of that shit. Man, that's some homosexual ass shit. Pimping don't do that. Pimping don't do that. You know what I mean? I never forget. And I know she probably gonna see this one of these days if she not watching now with her out of pocket ass. But not too long ago, I was doing my cardio in Scottsdale, and one of my ex bitches hit me, and she said, "Yeah, you know, he just been doing me wrong, and I know this ain't enough right now, you know what I mean? But right now I got a little bit over 2 racks. Can I come home?" I said, who is this? She said her name. I knew who the fuck she was just by the tone of her voice, but I felt like pissing the bitch off, and I felt like shitting on her because the bitch left a bad taste, you know, in her own goddamn mouth and was disrespectful to this game. So I was acting like I had amnesia on the hoe. I said, "I don't remember." She said, "This is a hoe that used to pay you." Okay, well, you used to pay me. I used to know you. Goodbye. Hang up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sometimes pimp got to be cutthroat. But, you know, add insult, put some more paint where it ain't about that situation. You know, when these bitches be, you know what I mean, coming from other situations and coming from other households and shit, and they get on your phone line telling you how another man whooping her ass or telling you how he left her in jail and all of that shit. Hey, P, I don't mean to sound cutthroat, but I mean to sound cutthroat. Hey, man, that ain't your problem. So the fuck what? Yeah, man, so the fuck what? That ain't on your watch. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck, man, if it's your baby mama. I don't give a fuck if that's your former bottom bitch, man. You know what I mean? That bitch sit up there and put money in another man's hand, man. And, you know what I mean? She was currently giving him the currency, and she currently in the correctional facility off of the destructions or false instructions or no instructions that he gave that led to the bitch destructions. Hey, man, don't you ever put on no Captain motherfucking save a hoe cape and come save the bitch. No. Because that'd just be like a motherfucker. Because guess what? The nigga from Orlando built the Jessica bitch out, and guess what she did? She got on my line trying to come back to me. I said, "No, Special been pimping like a motherfucker on you." And plus, I can't lie, at that time, man, I was 6 deep. You know what I mean? Full of young, you know what I mean? Fresh. I only had, at that time, like 1 black. I'm over here with the snow. And my bitches is young. I ain't got 1 bitch that's over 30 years old. Bitch, keep your old ass over there. Bitch, you damn near 33 years old. Bitch, you know what I mean? Sit for shining that bitch, you know what I mean? No. You know what I mean? Plus you put that stain on my record, bitch. You sit up there and choke. I don't even want, No. You trying to run away. Don't run away from the pimping, bitch. I'm not going to help you, bitch. I'm not Harriet Tubman, bitch. I'm not leading you away from this pimping, bitch. You know what I mean? This ain't Underground Railroad. You understand me? Flee from the pimping, bitch. I'm not, no. You know? So, not really. You know what I mean? That ain't really that old of a situation. Like, when that happened, that was like 2013. So, I mean, if you want to call it old, you know what I mean? You know, I was 28 going on 29 at that time. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I wasn't really, you know, that ain't really that much an old situation like that. You know what I mean? But I was like, "Come on, man." She was like, "Well, if you don't take me back, then I'm going to go to such and such. She was talking about to the nigga Orlando. I was like, "Bitch, if you go back to that nigga, bitch, the game gonna beat your motherfucking ass, bitch." You know what I'm saying? You running away from pimping, and then this nigga bailed you out, and you ain't paid him. You know what I mean? Since Jesus was crucified, bitch, you gonna get a game of black eye, bitch. And you an enabler of that bullshit that he just did with your motherfucking funky ass, bitch. You know what I mean? You reap what you sow, ho. You know what I mean? Now go ahead. If you sow that bullshit, you gonna reap off that bullshit. You go back to that motherfucking kiss ass, you understand me, R&B, no PIMP situation if you want to, bitch. So, Bitch ended up going back to Special, and of course Special called me laughing like, nigga, I love you, nigga. I was like, man, you know it's just some more of it. So, you know, that's just how pimps do it, man. You know, pimps don't hold grudges or none of that, man. I just love the pimping, man. You know what I mean? The camaraderie, the honesty, the integrity, the character among real ones in the game. You really ain't gonna find that in another lane in the streets. Okay? No, you're not gonna get it. You know what I mean? It's only a few that can give that. But, you know, getting back, you know what I mean, to this thing, man. So, you know, when I'm talking to a bride and I know that she see me way up here, and that's a lot of you niggas' problem. A lot of you niggas' problem is when the bitch come on Facebook, Instagram, she see your pictures, she see your car, she see your ring, she see your chain, she see your suit, or she see whatever you got going on. Some of y'all posting your bras. I told you, stop doing that. You know what I mean? Every now and then it's cool to show an ex bitch or an old picture and got everybody thinking it's something new. But hey man, if the enemy can't sit up there and kill you, they gonna kill the closest thing, you know, to you. And then, you know what I mean, all bitch, if she got your name tatted on her neck and all of that shit, and you showing the bitch on Instagram and shit for likes, and no, man, you know, but to each his own, man. My opinion ain't got no dominion on you, but man, because I love your freedom, man, stop making these bitches famous and they didn't even do nothing in the game to become famous, man. Make the bitch earn it, man. You know what I mean? A lot of you niggas be putting bitches on Instagram and Facebook because you know pretty bitches like pretty bitches. So you put a little pretty ass on there. You got this little pretty ass faggot, and then she attract other little pretty ass faggots. And next thing you know, you presiding over 4 or 5 pretty ass faggots. And then 2 weeks you ain't got these pretty ass faggots no more. And then it's some old dusty ass crip nigga or wannabe pimp nigga. He's sitting over there riding with the faggot that you was promoting on Instagram. You done made the bitch famous. Now a game banger, a stranger to the game, he riding in the vehicle acting like he done did a miracle by knocking you for this motherfucking bomb that was gonna blow up any goddamn way. Come on, man, don't even make provisions for your reputation to be evil spoken on. You know what I mean? Stop promoting these faggots, man. Make these bitches earn their name in the game, man. Stop posting these bitches just because they pretty and they look good, man. You know what I mean? Bitch just gave you $220, man. What the fuck she need to be on Instagram and Facebook for, man? Get her ugly ass off that motherfucker. P, she look like Jada Pink, man. That bitch ugly than a motherfucker, nigga. Look at the money that bitch gave you, nigga. That handsome ass bitch. Don't you dare put that handsome, no horn ass bitch, you know what I mean, on social media anymore, nigga. How dare you, nigga, disrespect this game. Some of you niggas better stop putting these pretty, ugly ass bitches on social media, man. You know what I mean? Stop doing that, man. Because you don't do nothing but make the next man hungry to knock your motherfucking ass so he can teach you a lesson about putting these handsome, faggot ass bitches on social media, nigga. But, okay, the thing is, you know what I mean, when I sit up there and, what was I oh, when she see your pictures and videos, one of the main problems that you niggas have, the bitch come into the situation seeing you like this. She come into the situation seeing you like this. Okay? But then you be spending too much time on the phone. And not to be disrespectful, but a lot of y'all verbal game, your skull game, mouthpiece game, it ain't up to par like that. You know what I mean? And by the time the bitch listen to you, she see you now just as a handsome or a sexy ass or a nigga that just having money, but you just stupid. You know what I mean? So she not really intrigued as she was in the beginning. She don't see you like that. You know what I mean? Then a lot of y'all got ghetto situations going on. You talking to this broad, having an interview, and then it's like 5 and 6 conversations going on in the back. And you told the bitch to be quiet and she's still talking, and the new bitch is hearing that type of shit. You know what I mean? You minimize yourself. Some of you niggas that knocked yourself. Some of you niggas that set up there and ruined your own campaign to obtain, man. You know what I mean? Because once you got on the phone, and the bitch heard your conversation and she seen that your information wasn't equivalent to the appearance that she was seeing on Instagram and Facebook, she wasn't really that compelled, man, to sit up there and bring you that bankroll. You know what I mean? Now she think you just a nigga that was born in the States, but you got your green card because you green as a pool table. Green ass nigga. So when a bitch see you up here, and then hold on, let me say this. A lot of you niggas was seen up here from your Facebook and Instagram image. But some of y'all fucked up because you went FaceTime with the bitch. And once you start FaceTiming with the bitch seen your bitch or your bitches, and she looked at your bitch or your bitches, and she seen that they ain't had their nails done, they didn't have their hair done, they didn't have their feet done, they was looking a goddamn fool. Whole motherfucking thing ruined. Now all of a sudden the bitch got a date to catch. Bitch, ain't no trick calling her phone. She like she gonna call you back. She ain't even gonna sit up there and call you. You know what I mean? It was all good. You know what I mean at first. You know what I mean? Hold on. Hold on for a minute. You know I'm a dumbass nigga. I gotta do it. But this be y'all. Hold on. Just imagine being on the phone with a bride. The whole conversation is smooth. You know what I mean? It look like you about to knock the bitch. Get the like button up, man. It's 201 people watching me right now. The like should have been over 200 by now, man. Hit that like button. Stop playing with me. When have I ever gave a weak ass lie? You know the moment that you see Sinful to P, you supposed to hit the like button. You supposed to hit the share button. You know what I mean? I'm not these other niggas, man. I'm not born. You know I'm coming in with this shit. Stop playing with me. Okay, now. Yeah, hold on. You know I'm a fool. I gotta do this. Now just imagine you sitting over there talking to the bitch. Everything going cool. You talking about your fee. And you sitting over there like, so you going to the bank? You know, my bitch like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go to the bank. Which bank did you want me to go to? You know what I mean? I bank with everybody, you know what I mean? I'm banking with Wells Fargo, you know what I mean? Bank of America, Chase, you know what I mean? Everything, you know what I mean? It's just so good to sit up there and just to pay a real one. I've been wanting to fuck with you. And as soon as everything go good, one of these bitches from the back, Daddy, did you smoke all the Black and Miles? Hold on, bitch. Don't you see I'm talking on the phone? Oh, I'm just saying, hey, girl. Fuck the whole thing up. Fuck the whole thing up, man. You know what I mean? Fuck the whole thing up. She went from sitting over there getting ready to give you the money. Everything was cool. You know what I mean? And now, you know what I mean? She like, man, hell no. She seen, a lot of y'all really did. I'm just telling the truth. A lot of y'all really did mess up your opportunity to get some money. It went from, I can't wait to get next to you to this.
Day after day, seems like I push against the clouds.
Well, my hoes got to be ugly.
They just keep lying down the sun.
What? You know what I mean? Especially if you was talking to some snow, you talking to some beautiful ass snow, and it was like you was getting ready to knock this beautiful blonde, and you got this old tired ass, you know what I mean, ugly ass bitch. You know what I mean? I gotta keep it real. You know, black women know I love them, but you know, some of them bitches, man, that y'all be having. And I just gotta be real. Ain't nothing more worse. See, and that's colorism, man. Stop it. I love women of all color. But ain't nothing worse than a dark skinned, broke ass bitch that's saying she the hoeing, and she got that ashy part on her ankle, and she just a dusty bitch. She just dark skinned, she dusty, she got that ashy part on her ankle, she broke. And but dark skinned women know I love them, so this ain't no shock. I'm talking about you niggas that's pimping on these bitches that look like 100 Midnights. You know what I mean? The bitch look like her whole name is Darkness. And you sitting over there talking to this Snow or some light bright, or maybe she a beautiful dark skinned, hoe from Apple Valley, out there Minnesota. You know what I mean? You did, because they do got some beautiful dark skinned women in there that was raised right. And you got all of this bullshit going on in the background. Man, that bitch ain't about to sit up there and fuck with you, man. A lot of you niggas, man, ruined your own campaign, man. You ruined it. Got that bitch looking like Tree Rollins, man. Bitch looking like Tree Rollins in the back. Bitch got a motherfucking Moses Malone face, and you live, man. You talking to a bitch that look like Paris Hilton, and you got 3 bitches. One look like motherfucking Anthony Mason. Another bitch look like motherfucking Tree Rollins. Then you got another bitch looking like Danny Manning. Come on, man. How you let Danny Manning come? You talking to Paris Hilton on your FaceTime, and you got this Danny Manning looking ass bitch in the background? Come on, man. You just wrong for that. So, yeah, man. When you talking to a bitch, for you young pimps that ain't in position yet, you hotel living or you condo living, and you talking to a broad that's, supposed to be some hoeing, and she spotted up, Louis'd up, Gucci'd up, property'd up, currency up, you know what I mean? Make sure that every time you have a conversation with her, that you are in a quiet environment, okay? You don't need a whole bunch of ratchetness going around, ghetto-ness going around. You know what I mean? Especially if you got one of them polite, right, conduct herself like sweet little Brittany or sweet little Brenda from Starbucks. You know what I mean? When you talking to one of them bitches, man, talk in a quiet environment. Don't have no ghetto-ness, going around. You know what I mean? None of that. Because listen, always remember your thoughts is not the whole thoughts. And that hoe or that bitch that you endeavoring to make a hoe, it'll be the slightest thing that'll fuck up your campaign. It'll be the slightest thing of why she didn't fuck with you. You know what I mean? So if you know that your house or especially for you niggas that really don't run shit, because this is just the truth. A lot of you niggas don't run shit. And then some of you in a situation, you beat the bitch up like 8 or 9 times within the week, and the bitch still, you don't know what to do. You didn't beat this bitch every which way. You didn't hit this bitch like George Foreman used to sit up there and beat Joe Frazier's ass. You didn't beat this bitch worse than George Foreman beat Joe Frazier's ass in the second fight. And this bitch still ain't right. She still, you know what I mean, act like a absolute 100% ordained doctor's degree in faggotry having ass bitch. And I'm here to tell you that you cannot beat the faggot out of a bitch. Just leave it alone. So, with that being said, if you sit up there, and you talking to, a broad that you endeavoring to have, she got some class, some elegance about herself. Don't even make provisions for anything to go wrong. Because like I said, some of y'all have decided to check a bitch a few times, and her mind still ain't right. You know what I mean? You done fucked up your knuckles. One of your knuckles is fucked up from sitting over there punching on that punching bag, man. Leave that shit alone, man. You know what I mean? So, when you have a bride that sees you in the heavens, she sees you with a certain class. Because you even know, certain brides, once they get on the phone with you, she was nervous. You know what I mean? She was kind of breathing hard. You know what I mean? She was talking to you like you was higher than a celebrity, because you a pimp. And you know what I mean? She finally on the phone with you, and she just happy. You know what I mean? She don't know what words to say. And A lot of y'all fucked it up. That's why I keep telling you. I encourage you to do something that most P's in the game ain't doing. Read. Get into conversations with other P's or other men that you can have an intelligent conversation with. You know what I mean? I done been in debates with Dre. I done been in debates with Freeze. We didn't spar, went back and forth. It keep you sharp, man. With D, you know what I mean? My nigga locked up, Trophy, you know what I mean? You want individuals who are sharp-minded that you can go back and forth, that you got to be witty with. You know what I mean? And it keep you sharp, man. A lot of you niggas, man, you keep talking to dumbass niggas and you don't read, you don't study, and that's why you remain dumb. And so when you get on an interview with a broad and she endeavoring to hear some game, because one thing about hoes, man, they love to hear some game. And when you ain't got none to kick, man, you know, she seeing you right here. You know, this is a lot of y'all problem. A lot of these women from social media, they seeing you right here, but after the conversation, it was a letdown. It was a letdown. And then some of you try too hard. You try way too hard, man. Way too hard. You know what I mean? Well, you don't got to do that. Listen, if you know your verbal skill game is not up to par yet, do something that most P's ain't doing in the interview again. Ask questions. Because the more you ask questions, she will reveal information about herself, her life, what she has, what she don't have, what transpired in previous situations. And she's going to give you vital information that's going to lead to the blueprint on how to preside over her in the game. But you'll never get this information if you don't sit up there and use this. You know what I mean? But that's another. Damn, I got it. It's so much with this. I didn't think I was going to be this long. But look, man. Another reason why a lot of you niggas basically are not, getting no fee, and you talking too much. You talking way too much. It's just like a preacher. You ever been to a church where a preacher been preaching for 4 and 5 hours and all he been saying is Mary had a little lamb? He's over preached the message. The people got the message 4 hours and 30 minutes ago. But he's preaching out of here himself. The people ready to go home and eat. They done already got the substance of what he was saying 4 hours and 30 minutes ago. But he's preaching. That's just like certain pimps I know. I'm not going to call certain names, but this one particular P, I know why he holus and dolus. I know why he can't keep a bitch for 30 days. Because he talked too much. And he's annoying. This nigga, when we first met each other, we was in the Bay. It was me, Freeze, a lot of other P's. We in the Bay. And his first time meeting us, he come at the young pimpin' like we bras, like he trying to knock us or something. Like, nigga, impress the bitch, don't impress us. But he come up to us with a bitch, you know what I'm saying, in a snake pit, and she trying to get you some shit. That's when you know you pimping. When you can send a bitch all around and she stay down like a greyhound, you know what I mean, and she forever bound, that's when you know that you pimping. When you can sit up there, you know what I mean, and grab her by her tail and she don't tell and she go to hell to go get your mail, that's when you know you pimping. When you can start a Yahoo email address and dress the best and manifest, you know what I mean, and put a bitch to the test and she still do her best, that's when you know you pimping. And we like, man, why is this nigga doing all of this riddles and piddles and cornball ass 2 + 2, 1, 2, 3, ABC, greenfish, bluefish ass shit with us, man? I'm not the hoe, man. I'm not about to choose and judging by the hoes, man. They not even gonna choose on that, bruh. But he stays spitting this corny ass bullshit to these young bitches, man. And by the time a bitch get off the phone with him, she don't want to be back on the phone with him. Some of these niggas are enemies to themselves. Just like you can over preach, you can over pimp. You know what I mean? A lot of these niggas are over pimping within the interview. Listen to the broad. Don't become a Wendy Williams show with the bitch. Don't co-sign with the bitch when she started talking about her ex-dude or ex-man and she began to bitch ass nigga that. I cut that immediately off. I don't even allow black women to use the word, bitch, nigga, especially a white bitch. Oh, hell no. Bitch talking about, yeah, and that nigga, hold on, baby. You know what I mean? What you doing? What I do wrong? Yeah, baby, I don't know if you know, but you know what I mean? I don't do that. Yeah, we won't be doing no bitch calling. You know what I mean? He does have a name, and whether you like him or not, I just don't want to hear another male or man being referred to by a bitch as a bitch by a bitch. No, that's not how we're going to do things. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, if you show, your balls, you put your manhood out there, a bitch either going to respect it or she going to neglect it. But one thing that's going to be said when she go to them other bitches, girl, he too much of a pimp or he too much of a man. And I'd rather for a bitch to say that I'm too much of a pimp and she couldn't stand up to my pimping rather than, oh, girl, I played with him. I could do anything and everything over there. Hell no, you don't want that to be said. So when you having a conversation in that interview and a broad sit up there and tell you, where she used to make, keep listening. Because the more she keep talking, that's the more rope that you have on her. Yeah, I used to be woo. I gave him, 2 to 3 racks every night. Oh, you did? Okay, that's more rope. Yeah. Uh-huh. Where you at right now? Oh, I'm out in this Houston. I always make, good money out there. Oh, you do? What you got over there right now? You always keep them talking. Okay? And don't just listen to what they say. Listen to what is not said. Because what's not said answers the questions. Okay? Because always remember, most of the time, damn near every time, when a bitch tell you something, she only telling you what she wanted you to know. Okay? She never gonna show the movie in its entirety. She only gonna give you scenes of the movie. All right? So she gonna tell you everything that he did wrong and how he wasn't this and how he wasn't that and how it was her mama's fault, why her life fucked up, why it's her father's fault, why she got 6 kids, at 20 years old. She got why she had this drug problem, why this. You gonna talk, niggas that interview bitches, you know what I'm talking about. Bitches be having all of these excuses for these type of women. And then let me say this to you, you fly young pimps. Man, we about to go into 2019, man. You should be investigating your pimping. What is it about my pimping that I could change? You know what I mean? How could I make myself better? 2018, did I have a lot of bitches, man, that was over the age of 30 years old? You know what I mean? Damn. I need to get back up in the gym, man. I have been attracting a lot of 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old bitches. But when my face was slimmer, when I was in shape, I was attracting nothing but them Slim Jims, man. Nothing but the young and attractive. As I began to put on weight, I was attracting bitches in their 30s and 40s. Time to hit the gym, man. You know what I mean? And this year, for 2019, except the nan bitch, man, that's over motherfucking 30 years old, man, that got a kid or some kids, man. And if you say that out your mouth, you gotta mean it. Because the game gonna test you. You know what I mean? If you say, man, I ain't fucking with none other bitch, man, that smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? I'm about to get fresh turnouts, man. I'm about to be all up in Whole Foods. I'm about to be at the gym. You know what I mean? I'm campaigning for bitches, man, that's like me, that got compatibility with me. I ain't looking for all these camo, Newport smoking ass bitches that got purple gums and bad breath and all of that shit, man. Whatever you say that you gonna do it and stand on it. Because the game gonna test you. Hit that like button right now, man. There's 211 people watching, man. Hit that like button right now. Come on, let's get them likes over 200, man. We had 148 likes. Hit that like button right now. Quit playing. But whatever you say out your mouth that you gonna do or you not gonna do, you got to mean it. Because the moment that it proceed out of your mouth, remember that the game heard you. And the game gonna test you. And the game might allow you to be in a fucked up circumstance to see if you gonna go back on your word or is you gonna stand on your P like a giant. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people talk that shit, but they really ain't gonna be about that shit. You know what I mean? When that situation change. So are you talking that shit because of your situation? Or is you gonna sit up there and change your conversation once your situation changes? You know what I mean? Because there's niggas already talking about what they ain't gonna do and this and this and this once 2019 hit. And once 2019 hit, they about to change their whole conversation because their circumstance gonna change. You know what I mean? Nigga, man, I was holding some dollars, man. I had to take what was taking me. That type of shit. Hit that like button right now, man. I told y'all, man. It's 217 people watching, man. It's only 156 likes. I told you, man, the more likes, the more recommendations. And this is our small channel right here. So the button that's like this, hit the thumbs up, man. There's enough fellas in here. I want women. And then, by y'all hitting the like button, the people that's not subscribed to the channel, that must get new subscribers to the channel. And we want the channel to be bigger, so if you ain't got to pay no money, why wouldn't you hit the like button, man? I told you, hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit that bell. You know what I mean? So we get more ladies in here, man. Get more, you know what I mean, people in here that need this game. But when you talking to a woman, you know what I mean, whether she a square or whether she profess to be a hoe, another reason why a lot of these broads don't take you serious, because some of you niggas done said things over the phone, but you didn't stand on it. It's just like, okay, if you talking to a broad and you sit up there and you say, I'm not gonna fuck with you, you know, until you got this amount of money. And then days later, she makes up some type of excuse to keep talking to you, and you talk to the broad. Who fault is that? You know what I mean? Sometimes these bitches will actually tell you stories to sit up there and play with your emotions so she can sit up there and get time out you, Pete. She wants your time. And like I said, if a bitch can sit up there, you understand me, and get your time and your attention, you know what I mean, for free, why would she pay for it? Why pay for something that you could get for free? And then some of you niggas that sit up there and gave the bitch some interview weed, gave the bitch some interview, you understand me, meth, Lord Jesus. Some of you niggas that gave the bitch some interview dick, some interview head. So if you give an interview dick and interview head, and you giving all of this up for free, you know what I mean? The bitch looking like, you know, even though it was cool, it was a good time, but why pay for something that you could get for free? You know as well as I know, once you learn how to steal cable, you didn't sit up there and say, ooh, I don't want to pay for cable no more. So I'm gonna set up an account so I can pay for it. Why? Because you was getting it for free. Why sit up there and pay for something that you could sit up there and get for free? And some of these bitches know that they can call you at any time. She can tell you your problems at any time. She know that you like her. This bitch supposed to be a hoe, but she know you got a crush on her. You got a crush on you got a crush on the hoe, so she could call you at any time, you know what I mean, and tell you, you know, everything, and you gonna be a shoulder for the bitch to lean on, man. You know what I mean? So she don't feel obligated to give you no money, man. She not gonna ask you, you know, your information so she can send you some money, man. Hell no. Cause you ain't worth paying. A bitch is gonna play with whatever is playable. And if she can smell that motherfucking weak ass, cheap fragrance of motherfucking playable pee on your motherfucking ass, then she gonna motherfucking play you. She gonna keep calling you. She gonna keep texting you. She gonna sit up there and keep, cause she know you gonna pick up. You know what I mean? You always gonna be there for her. And then certain niggas, you so much of a fan of a bitch. Some of you niggas is truly fans. See, this is just the game hitting me out of nowhere. You niggas is so much of a fan of certain so-called veteran hoes that you ain't even asked for no money. Some of you niggas ain't even asking for no money, man. I know certain bitches right now in the game, they actually have fan clubs. These niggas that profess to be pimps are their fucking fans. If you ever been in any of the Facebook groups of the so-called pimp and hoe groups, there are certain bitches, when they post a status or a picture, these niggas is hitting the fucking love button, you know what I mean, the heart button, you know what I mean, thinking they're hitting the heart button, that's gonna get you some action with the bitch. Thinking about kissing her ass in the comment section, that's gonna get a transaction out the bitch. You know what I mean? Kissing her ass and glorifying this old ass, fossil ass faggot. There's one particular bitch right now that I know of. Every time this bitch posts or anything, these niggas be like, that's some game right there. That's some good game. You a real 304. You a real hoe. Man, pimps ain't no motherfucking fan of no hoe, man. A pimp is not a fan of a hoe. I want y'all to know that. The pimpin' is not a fan of a hoe. Okay? The pimpin' is not a fan of a hoe, man. Truth be told, pimp ain't even a fan of a celebrity. Celebrities come around, pimp ain't running, ooh, can I get your autograph? That ain't even a pimp's mentality. Pimp take a picture with a celebrity. If I took a picture with Beyonce right now, it's not Sinful to Pee, you know, in a picture with Beyonce. It's Beyonce got the opportunity. She was blessed to take a picture with Sinful to Pee. That's how we see all of these bitches. She sit up there and bleed once a month. She got shit coming out of her motherfucking ass. She make mistakes. You know what I mean? Just like any other bitch. We don't see her up here. If I see motherfucking Rihanna or Cardi B or any of these bitches, guess how I'm going to talk to them? Just like any regular ass bitch. Because I don't see them like that. You know what I mean? And some of you niggas have fucked up so bad within some of these conversations that you've had with these women, that you've let these women know that you a fan. I don't know if Apple Cam said anything wrong. I seen her statement. Maybe I'm wrong, but I seen her statement. I didn't think that it needed to be deleted. You know, but maybe I'm wrong. I didn't get to see her statement. But usually Apple Cams, you know, whatever she say, be accordingly. I ain't never seen her say anything unruly, but okay. But, you know what I mean, just letting that shit, you know what I mean, be 100. This one particular bitch that I know, she done been in niggas' houses. She done sat up there and been in niggas' cars. This one nigga that had the audacity to speak on my name sat up there and told this old ass faggot that everybody respecting like she God and female flesh. He sat up there and told the bitch, yeah, we can meet at such and such, and yeah, I'm gonna let you know it ain't a breaking. You know what I mean? It ain't a breaking. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no charging. It's just gonna be us talking. Ain't gonna be. What real pimp tell a hoe, a known hoe, that it ain't gonna be no breaking? Man, you niggas is from a different cloth, man. You niggas is weird to me. And for this old sissified ass nigga, when that whole scandal went down on my name, he was one of the niggas talking about, yeah, and if we see Sinful on any blades or any of that, if we see his woman or women, you know what I mean, we got to stop them from working. We got to stop his money everywhere. And let me tell you this, I ain't gonna say too much, but it was funny. I'll just say that. It was funny. You know what I mean? It was very laughable. Cause he be watching me. Cause nigga, if you would have had ever tried to stop anything pertaining to my money, we're just gonna pray for you. It's just gonna pray for you. You're just gonna see a different side of my praying side. You know what I mean? But this nigga actually said, yeah, man, you know what I mean? If we see P down on any blade or any of his women, we gotta stop it immediately. And not what? You corny ass nigga. Niggas that know me know I don't be doing all that talking on no damn internet, but yeah, man, I just would have had to sit up there, man, and pray for you. But just keeping that thing all the way motherfucking 100, this nigga told this bitch, this nigga gonna tell this bitch, yeah, we gonna meet up and it ain't gonna be no breaking. And this nigga sat in the car with this bitch for hours and talked to the bitch and didn't say nothing about no money. Didn't say nothing about no money, man. Broke my heart. Cause I already knew you wasn't no pimp. I always knew you was a sucker. You know what I mean? I always knew that you was a sucker. And I'm not even gonna call your area out because, it's some real ones that come from your area. But most of the niggas that come from your area, nigga, they just like you. They suckers, they snitches, and they marks. And so for your mark ass to say that mark ass shit, nigga, that you said, nigga, that shit was laughable, nigga. Stop me from getting no money, nigga. You would have seen a whole different side, nigga. I'm not no gang banger or no killer, nigga. But in that situation, nigga, you would have seen the demon, nigga. You would have seen a demon that was thoroughly demon possessed, nigga. Talking about stopping my money, nigga. You lost your goddamn mind. You didn't even want to sit up there and break this white bitch for some money, but you gonna sit up there and stop my money. Nigga, you lost your goddamn mind, nigga. That was some cute shit on the internet. But these niggas get on the internet and they sit up there and just say any goddamn thing to look like they're a real nigga, a street nigga, and all of that shit. Until a real nigga, a motherfucking beast come around their ass. You know what I mean? But nigga actually said that flugazy ass shit. Didn't even bother to break this motherfucking white bitch, but you gonna stop my money. Nigga, you funny. You a comedian, nigga. But, you know what I mean? You niggas is too much of a fan. To my young peas, whether a bitch, let's say, okay, before I leave off of that subject, let me give it a good 2 or 3 more minutes. Niggas that's in the game already know who I'm talking about. It's this one little bitch. Now, she got her game from a legend in Chicago. Even got a baby bound. That's how she learned how to steal. She got her thieving game. The legend that I'm talking about from Chicago, he got so many motherfucking thieves that as cold as this bitch is in the thieving game, she was a bench player. She wasn't even part of the motherfucking starting 5, nigga. She was a bench player. That's how cold that nigga was with the thieving game. You know what I mean? Teaching these hoes how to steal. And this bitch, she ends up going to Miami and she was tearing their ass up. I'm talking about sometime this bitch would have $90,000 weeks. And it was on average, bro. You know what I mean? Killing them. But when that bitch would get on Facebook, I would see these niggas that would profess to be smashers, profess to be pimps. I seen a lot of these niggas tuck their tail. A lot of them niggas that was talking all of that hardcore pimping, these niggas would bow down to this bitch because of the money that she was making. And they would talk to her, oh man, man, what's going on, man? I'm feeling good now. that you around, man. If you would just give me 30 days, man. If you just give me 30 days of your horn, man, I'll be straight for life. Sucker ass shit like that. Then you'll have this one nigga, I ain't gonna say his name, he supposed to be a veteran. And this nigga gonna sit up there and say, yeah, man, I already got a condo, in Miami, man, with your name already on it. You know what I mean? All you got to do is choose up, with a real one today. I'm already can put you in position. Now let's do some math. If this bitch is known for having $90,000 weeks, if this bitch is known for hitting big, because I'm gonna keep it real, she went to Miami and had a baby by the snitch nigga Briscoe, by the little rapper nigga Briscoe, his snitch ass. Yeah, she had a baby by him. So she had a baby, by this snitch ass nigga. I don't know why she thought it was something, but the Briscoe nigga, before he ended up getting the bitch, he didn't really have nothing. She put the Briscoe nigga in the Porsche. She put him in something else and stepped his old clothes up and all of that. You know what I mean? Briscoe didn't have, man, Briscoe was seeing way more money out the bitch than he was seeing out his little sorry ass little rap career with his snitch ass. And you know what's so sad? Niggas know Briscoe a bona fide snitch. But if you go down to Miami and you say that shit, he actually got certain goons and niggas that fuck with him that's ready to fight and stab something over his snitch ass. Boy, this world that we live in. That's why I tell you youngsters, don't come out here in these streets. This is one of the worst times to ever come in the streets. Why? Because the motherfuckers that's in the streets, they don't even got ethics no more. They don't even stick to the code. They not obeying the rules, of the streets and shit like that. So, man, stay in school, man. Stay your ass in church, man, because all of this, I'm a street nigga and all of that shit ain't even what it's cracked up to be. It's only a few niggas that's keeping that shit solid. You know what I mean? Because even the so-called street nigga that's killing and all of this shit, as soon as he get put in a situation to tell, he testifying better than Sister Anderson in Church of God in Christ on Wednesday night Bible study. You know what I mean? So, it's very few, man. This is one of the worst times to ever just come out into the streets. Hit that like button right now. Come on, man. Get them likes up. Get them likes up, man. Push them likes all the way up to 200, man. We at 162 likes. Hit that like button right now, man. Hit that like button. If you not subscribed to the channel, click on the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. So whenever I go live, you get a live, a notification. You get telling you that I'm live. You know what I mean? But, bitch set up there, was hit like a motherfucker. But let's just do math. If that bitch having $90,000 weeks and she's sitting over there hitting licks, shoe boxes sometimes full of money, because I know this to be true because she was running away from the police one time. One motherfucker in the store, he hid the bitch, and once the bitch got back cool, the bitch actually took him to the trunk, opened up the trunk. This bitch got shoe boxes of money, and she said, "Which shoe box you want?" That type of shit. You know what I mean? So, keeping that thing all the way, 100, man, bro. You know what I mean? For a motherfucker to sit up there and say, yeah, if you if you sit up there and choose up my pimping, I'm gonna put you, in the condo with your name on it. That's what I mean by that fan shit. All right. What is else that fan shit? Shit no pimp be sitting over there posting on any bitch wall. Yeah, thank you for accepting my friend request. Man, I just want to tell you that, I appreciate it, man. I've been waiting on you to accept my request for some while now, man. And, you finally got to it, man. Good looking. You niggas is disgusting. Now, it's already irritating when I see squares posting on a bitch wall, thank you for my quest. I look forward to talking to you and all that old faggot ass shit. But a nigga that's professing to be a pimp, and for there and say, yeah, man, I appreciate you for accepting my request. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Or tagging a bitch. Yeah, man, I want to tag such and such and such. Yeah, baby, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. What? To my young niggas that we follow, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do any. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for. Terrible, man. Terrible. You're disgusting. Hey, man, another thing. If you shoot your shot, you know what I mean, at a bitch, and you know what I mean, let that shit go, man. Stop exalting that bitch, man. Some of you niggas been in the bitch DM or inbox for weeks now. Some even over a month. Man, let that bitch go, man. You know what I mean? Seriously. You know what I mean? Bitch got all of the messages, man. Man, let that bitch go. You know what I mean? It's billions of bitches out here. Why do you want to sit up there and make that bitch feel more than what she is, man? If you been getting at the bitch, you gave her a lug or two, and she didn't buy. And let me tell you something else. One thing about Sinful will follow a bitch, but if that bitch don't sit up there and follow back, unfollow. Because, bitch, I am not these niggas. I did not follow you to just look at you and be part of your fan club, hey Samantha, and be part of your fan club just to like your pictures and get in the comment section. There to you is every day, bitch. I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of y'all physically, the woman might see you to be attractive, but she's going to become less attentive if you always in the comment section saying little fan shit, giving the common language all the time called compliments to her. You got to think, man, if she an attractive bitch, you know what I mean, the vernacular of compliments, that's a language that she used to. She used to hearing that. That ain't special to her. Oh, you look good. Look at that ass. Or damn, wish I had that 304 on my team. Oh, that's a real one right there. Man, hell no. You know what I mean? I don't, man, no. Plus, I am Sinful to Pete. You know what I mean? So if I follow you, bitch, you are supposed to automatically, Sinful to Pete. And if not one of them type of feelings, I'm gone. I am gone. I am gone. I'm not trying to be part of the 60, 100,000, or 1,000,000 motherfuckers that's following you. You know what I mean? I'm not into that. Listen, even when celebrities go live on Instagram, most of the time I'm flirting and getting at a bitch in the comment section. And I don't even get at the celebrity. Now, watch this. Most of the time, because I'm getting at a bitch in the comment section, or bitches in the comment section, certain celebrities got angry at me because while they talking, I done sat up there and created a whole nother world within the comment section, so the motherfuckers ain't even paying attention to the celebrity that's live. So now I have forced the celebrity to say my name. You know what I mean? Simply because I'm not even acknowledging the celebrity. I'm treating the celebrity like this. You know what I mean? Another thing I do every now, if it's a real attractive bitch and everybody, I got that from you. If you don't knock it off, nigga. But if you sit up there and if you in a live with an attractive woman and every nigga is in there, man, I drink half water. Man, I wish you would ride my face. damn, man, you ain't even gotta ask me for my check. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna get it for you, man. You know what I mean? Every day you wake up, I'm just gonna be sprung on your pearl tongue. You know what I mean? We gonna have so much fun. Man, I love you, man. Man, could you please take some of your bath water? Could you just open this up? You know what I mean? And put it in your bath water and scoop it up so I can just smell your bath water, man, when I wake up. You know what I mean? Them type of niggas. I will be the only nigga in that comment section said, I ain't seeing your handsome ass bitch. Because honestly, you know what I mean? You look a fool on your left side. You know what I mean? Your right side, you kind of cute, but I noticed that one cheek bigger than the other. And I say some lame ass, I say some the coldest, like, you know, just to hurt her feelings. Now, what you got to remember is positivity is common. That's a common language. Compliments is a common language. Bitch, your nose big. You know what I mean? You might be a motherfucking transsexual. These niggas sitting over there giving you all this acknowledgement. But I think while I was passing through the chat on VH1, a show called Trainees in Progress, I think you was on the motherfucking show, bitch. Now that I'm looking at your motherfucking ass, you might have been the star of that motherfucker. And who the fuck you think is? Who is this Sinful to P? Or who is this Philip Gilmore? Boy, you better get your church suit wearing ass up out of here, woo. So now I got the attention on me, which it should be anyway. Like, you just a celebrity. Like, I'm a pimp. Like, I should be getting a motherfucking attention. I'm the one with the game. So, you know what I mean? Now she didn't say my name. We going back and forth. And by me going back and forth with this popular bitch, all the little attractive squares in the comment section, guess who inbox they about to jump in? Why? Mine, nigga. You know what I mean? So, you know, then and a lot of times I done did that and made that popular bitch or that attractive bitch that everybody was on her ass and trying to fucking shit. I done made that bitch sit up there and get off the live, and she jumped in my inbox. Why you was talking to me like that and everything like that? Now I got you where I want you. You done ended the live. Now you in my inbox crying your little heart out to me. Now I'm about to go in for the kill. Now we about to go out of the inbox. Now we on the phone. Now it's over for you. Because I'm a master at this. So yes, I'm getting ready to break you. You know what I mean? For sure, for sure. You know what I mean? Kind of remind me, you know what I mean, of my and she probably gonna see this too, because she my little stalker bitch, but she been a blessing for years. And the one little bitch, I said, damn bitch, you know what I mean, you everywhere I go. And every time I go live, every time I hit post a status, you the first one to like the picture. You the first one to sit up there and come in there and let it be known that you here and all of that. You must want to fuck with me. You know, something like that. And I've been charging her motherfucking ass, you know what I mean, now for man, I've been charging her damn near going on 4 years. You know what I mean? It's going on 4 years, man, since I've been sitting over there charging this bitch. You know what I mean? And she's a square. But I've been charged. I done got more money out of this square bitch than a lot of these niggas done got out their so-called hoe. So, you know what I mean? Anybody that can teach you, you know what I mean, or anybody that got game, you know, of breaking, especially this social media shit. I mean, yeah, I done heard some other stories and they cool, but not like mine. Not like mine. And then I'm living proof of what I'm talking about now. Why? Because for over 2 years, nigga, there you understand me, collected mine from a bitch who had never physically seen Canada. Stop it. You know what I mean? That's why when I see you little niggas jumping in there, You YouTube, you right. I'm a square man. You know what I mean? But these bitches like my square ass. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wish I would argue with you little ass niggas that I don't even respect and argue with you about who the fuck I am. Nigga, you done lost your goddamn mind. Why would number argue with 2, 3, 4, 5, any goddamn you know what I mean? When it comes, you know what I mean, even to this bitch. Let me show you. The way that I sat up there and knock the bitch that's currently, you know what I mean, here. First of all, number one, I think I done told y'all this, but you know what's so hurtful? She was with one guy before me for like 10 days. Okay? True story. And at that time, I believe she was I believe she was like 15 going on 16 or something. True story. I don't want to make no lies up. Hold on. That's all I want. Cause she, especially when I'm live or something, her little house on the prairie sounding ass. Hold on. Let me see something. You laugh about that house on the prairie. But if I'm not mistaken, she was either 15 going on 16 or she was 16.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, hopefully she taking care of business. You know what I mean? Hold on. But okay, watch this. Bringing this up because you can even get a message out of how we even came into being. But the only reason why she came into it's funny, like when I got her, she couldn't come in the States, but she got into the States one time. Okay. And when she got into the States, it was, you know, during that situation with him. But when they did it, he sat up there and came at her on some boyfriend shit. Cali nigga, Southern Cali nigga. He be claiming Hollywood Division too. No, he sat up there, you understand me? He came at on some square shit. So she came to Arizona on the false pretenses of them being in a relationship, not pimping and horn. Okay? And this is how a lot of you niggas follow me. This is how a lot of you niggas end up in somebody's jail. This is how a lot of you niggas end up in somebody's prison. Okay? That lying, manipulating shit, that causes a lot of you niggas to be in jail. Because when you do that, and especially another country, and she coming to fuck with you, and she coming off of the false pretenses that y'all gonna be in a relationship, you know what I mean, with one another, and she fuck around and come, and when she sat up there and came, you cause from what I remember, when she got there, you know what I mean, they kicked it, you know what I mean, they had their little fucking and you know what I mean, all of that. You know what I mean? But after they had fucked and all of that, you know, shit that went on, he sat up there, you know what I mean, get your clothes to somebody else and go to work. So, you know what I mean, she looking crazy. She like, go to work. You know what I mean? Like what? So he ended up introducing the bitch, you know what I mean, to his other bride. And when he introduced her to the other bride, of course, no disrespect, you know I love my sisters, but his little black bitch, she just so you know what I mean, by her sitting over there meeting her, she was like, you know, she wasn't feeling his bitch. That was one, you lied to her. Two, your bitch is ghetto and ratchet. And so he tried to send the bitch to the track, and bro, she's a little girl. You know, at that time, like I said, she was 15 going on 16 or 16, and he knew this. I didn't talk to him, so he knew. So, okay, watch this. He put her on the track. She wasn't feeling the track, so you know what I mean, she told him that she didn't want to sit up there, you know what I mean, and be on the track, you know what I mean, and he took off the track and put the bitch on back page. So, matter of fact, scratched the bitch because she was a little girl then. So he put her on back page, and he posting her. And at the time, he got all of us food. He got all the peas. Like, damn, man, bro, they set up there and knocked him one, man, from Canada, man. Little do we know, this nigga done set up there and had a minor come from Canada off the false pretenses that they gonna be in love when she got. So we thinking that he on some straight lace, up and up, bold, you know what I mean, according to them. And it ain't nothing like that. This nigga on some TGF Fridays ass shit going on. But anyway, they sit up there, you know what I mean, and fall out. She wanna go back home. And he like, well, you know, you're gonna have to pay your own way to get back home, so you're gonna have to do some hoeing. So hit that like button. Come on, man, while I'm telling this, man. I'm giving you all of this game and shit. We should have been over 200 likes, man. You know, man, it's at 171 likes, man. Get that over 200 likes. Hit the like button right now. I shouldn't even have to say this. You know what I mean? Every video that I do is a classic. But, you know what I mean? The bitch, she fell out with him. So she do a few little dates, you know what I mean, on BP so she can get back home. All right? So she get back home, make it back to Canada, and they start, you know, back speaking because she was angry at him. But they started, but how I get the bitch is I actually set up, and, you know, when he had posted, because I do that shit all the time. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Now, we knew he was cool as far as some social media shit, but he wasn't my nigga like that. And we never campaigned with each other physically like that. So I was indirectly campaigning, you know what I mean, even on his shit. You know what I mean? Because I was giving the nigga compliments, but I'm still, you know, anybody know how I talk. So you out here, man, that's what's up, man. I see you around here charging motherfuckers, man. That's what's happening, baby. You know what I mean? When you get out here. So we going back and forth and things like that. He said, how you doing? I was like, oh man, you the job. You know what I mean? And I told you guys, offer like that, click out and click back in. But you know what I mean? You know how it is, man. You know what I mean? We just sitting over there, man. My coworkers from White Castles, man. You know what I mean? You know a nigga stay eating. So he like, yeah, baby, I feel you. That's what's up. So we sit up there, we chopping it up in the comment section on his Instagram page. But the bride, she come on his Instagram page, you know what I mean, and see how me and him chopping it up. And she come to my page. Okay? And anybody know my page, I don't be putting up other people's captions. As beautiful as my mind is, I got my own captions. So when the bitch started coming over my shit, she started reading my captions and reading my words and seeing my pictures and things like that. She was intrigued. Plus, she knew I had way more game just from that, you know what I mean, than this nigga. So she gets into the DM and asks me a question about something that I said. And I said, who is you asking me questions? And, you know, we started talking and things like that. So at that time, that's when Sin was fucking with Glide. You know, Glide was real cool. I really shouldn't have stopped fucking with it, man. I done knocked off that Glide. But we get on Glide, and once we got on Glide, I'm able to see her, and she look a little, you know, childish a little bit up in the damn face. I said, how old are you? At first, she sat up there and lied and said she was 18. I said, man, come on, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers doing time over motherfuckers lying and shit. This shit is serious. She said, okay. You know, I'm 17. She, you know, what I mean, she was 17 by then. You know, because remember, she was either 15 or 16. You know what I mean? At that time, you know what I mean? Oh my God, these idiots. Don't you ain't even gotta pay attention to that as I'm explaining the story. Goddamn. But I said, well, you know, due to the fact, you know what I mean, that you 17 years old, we can't be talking. You know what I mean? We ain't got time to talk. She said, but what's the name? She brought up the nigga name. I was in AZ with him, and he knew my age. I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not him. And that's why it's so upsetting to see these clowns, you know, pedophile and you fucking with minors and all of this shit. Like individuals that don't even have half of my character. You know what I mean? So I said, no, you know what I mean? We can't even talk to them, baby. You know what I mean? Get at me at a later time. But now we ain't got nothing to talk about. You 17. If anything, you need to focus on finishing school. You know what I mean? Because what good really could you be right now in the game? You know what I mean? And you don't even got your education. You know what I mean? And of course, they're going to be trying to compel you to come in the game. But in reality, you ain't even ready for it. Your mind too impressionable. That they tell you about jail, that they tell you about being raped, that they tell you about you being killed. You know what I mean? That they tell you about the consequences of participating in this game. Exactly. You know what I mean? Stay your ass in school. So because of me doing what I did, I left an impression on her. Because I'm not going to call no names. Because you know what's so fucked up? When that whole little scandal came out, you know, seeing the pedophile, seeing this, the nigga that had her when she was 15, going on 16, or maybe 16 at that time, I don't want to be wrong, you know what I mean? Even that nigga was laughing at pedophile jokes on my name, and this nigga then openly had minors. That's what's so fucked up about this shit. Another thing, there are well-known niggas in the game that had talked to her before, and they was encouraging her to be in the game. Me and another P that she spoke to, we was the only ones that had pretty much, you know, discouraged her from not participating in the lifestyle. And the bitch remembered that. So what ended up happening was, you know what I mean, as soon as she had made 18, she had ended up getting in a relationship with some dude. She didn't come right away. She was messing with some older guy that was, shit, damn near 40, and she was 18. And they little boyfriend, girlfriend, little relationship lasted, you know, for a cool little 2 seconds. Then after that, after the relationship went sour, the bitch ended up sitting over there, you know what I mean, fucking with me. She came fucking with me. She's like, I'm ready and all of this shit. I'm like, man, you not ready to fuck with me. She's like, yes, I am. I was like, how much you got over there? She said, well, I don't really have nothing, you know, right now because I ain't been working and all of that, you know what I mean? And so that's why I told you every situation is different. Because when we started talking, she wasn't even working at that time. You know what I mean? After we started talking, that's when I sent her, you know what I mean, back. And for 2 years, you know what I mean, without, I mean, even though he had her, but I don't count that shit because that shit only lasted 10 days and that wasn't no pimping. You know what I mean? So that shit don't even motherfucking count. So I tell you niggas all the time, man, just because a nigga turned somebody on to the game, that don't mean that he turned her out to it. You know what I mean? So just because a broad came from somebody or came from somebody's, that don't mean that she been turned out to the game. A bitch could be with 4 or 5 motherfuckers, but that don't mean that she been turned out to the game. She might have been with one nigga and he didn't know how to turn her out to the game. She might have been with another nigga. He was so deep, he didn't have time. He had businesses. He was about 15 to 20 deep. He ain't had time to turn this big head ass bitch out to the game. You know what I mean? She might have been with this nigga, and they did everything but the game. So mentally, a bitch could have had paid this nigga, been with this nigga, been with that nigga, but mentally, you are her turnout. You the one turned her out. So just because a bitch didn't sit up there and gave money to another man previously before she got with you, that don't mean that he turned her out. That means that he broke on the bitch or he charged the bitch. But that don't mean that he sat up there, you know what I mean, and turned her out. You know what I mean? But I came right into the door with her. I said, listen, I'm getting ready to explain some things to you, and you got to remember this for the rest of your life. She said, go ahead. I said, what I'm about to give to you, you're going to be in debt with. You're going to be indebted to this game that I'm about to give you. You know what I mean? And if you ever be disloyal to this information that I'm going to give you, your life is going to be the best definition of terrible if you go disloyal to the information. She said, I'm never going to leave you. I said, that ain't what I'm talking about. I said, because, sometimes people grow apart. And one might go this way and one might go that way. I said, but the truth of the matter is to not leave the game. Okay? So let's say if you was to get with me and you decide to leave, when you get with the next man, you know what I mean? You pose a come correct, just like I'm about to teach you how to come correct with me. And that's when I taught her, you know what I mean? Because she didn't know nothing about that. She didn't know nothing about interview fee. She didn't know nothing about the choosing fee. I taught her that. Because that nigga, he just was on some con artist shit. He just had the bitch, come off some, manipulation. You know what I mean? Type shit. Hold on. You know what I mean? He had the bitch, come through on some motherfucking manipulation, con artist, boyfriend, girlfriend thing. You know what I mean? He didn't sit up there and, knock her off some straight lace pimping. So I was her turnout, to this game. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had broke on her. You know what I mean? He had turned her on, as far as some sex shit. But as far as this game, I'm her turn on and turn out. Plus, anytime when a broad is a minor, that shit don't even count. You know what I mean? If she under the age of 18 years old, that don't even count. She could have went cross country, but it don't count. You know what I mean? Because the motherfucker that's counting, he in the wrong. He going contrary. He out of bounds with the game for even accepting knowingly, from a minor. But I told her, I said, if you ever leave me, and you get with another pimp, I'm not going to be with another pimp. I only want to be with you, Sin. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I said, but if you ever leave me, you got to pay for interview fee. You got to sit up there, and pay for a choosing fee. I want you to represent my game right, period. Because what I'm giving you is something that they don't even give no more. This is called pimping. And so, it's just so beautiful. I'm going to say this. If a nigga get me for the bitch, or if she decide to be with somebody else, he going to be happy. He going to be happy. Because I was training her before I physically, came around her. She's, trained. It's so beautiful, to have a bride, that's been equipped with this game. Niggas in the game know what I'm talking about. When another pimp has pimped so swell, that the hoe just came and she just followed the spirit of hoeing and broke herself, to you. You know what I mean? Now, another thing, when you're talking to a bride, you want to get a bitch, I'm going to get back to that. You want to get the bitch used to paying you, all right? So, if you know that it's pretty much a bitch that really don't got no horn about herself, she really don't have no knowledge on how to get 5,000 or 10,000 or something like that, just to get the bitch motivated. You know what I mean? Now notice my words now. What you know what I mean? You know the teachings. You know what I mean? A well-placed truth is better than any lie. A well-placed truth is better than any lie. So no, it's not a lie. It's just a well-placed truth. So okay, let's say I'm talking to the woman, and she say, I already know your feet too big. You know, I already no. Don't worry about that right now. You know what I mean? But what's your choosing fee? What's your choosing fee, Sin? You really want to know? Yeah, you really want. I'm like, you really want to know? Yeah. The choosing fee is you. The choosing fee is me. No, for real. How much? The choosing fee is you. This is some of the best game to tell a bride that really don't have the game yet to get some money, and then you don't want her to be a game thief or even give her opportunity to be a game thief. You know what I mean? You just charge her and her now. You give her instructions in her now. What I mean, whatever she got on her right now, you sit up there and compel her to give within the now that she has. And then whatever she got and she break herself for that, you compel her to sit up there and keep going and keep going. But if she sit up there, I say, the choosing fee is you. I said, because, you know, reality is, baby, you know what I mean? If you give me $20,000, that don't mean that you gave me you. You know what I mean? And in the end, I always rather have you, because if you give me your loyalty, you know, small shit like 20,000 and shit, that just come with the territory. You know what I mean? If you making daily deposits of loyalty to the game that's within me. So, you know what I mean? The choosing fee is much more than money. You know what I mean? The choosing fee is obedience. The choosing fee is loyalty. The choosing fee is submission. You know what I mean? You just giving me some money, that just showed me that you like me and you got some respect for me. But no, when you really have chosen me, that means that you're complying and you're applying in totality to me. So the choosing fee will always be you. The green papers with dead hypocrites, that just come with the shit. That's just, you know, come with that small little, that's the small shit. But the choosing fee is you. So that little $500 or $600 that you have on you right now, you said you want to fuck with me, right? Yes. Okay. You got Cash App, or do you got Zelle, or do you got PayPal? You got that right now? Or what bank you around? And what I taught you niggas this. I taught you niggas how to be impressive. Because that's one thing about seeing before my bank accounts even look the way that they look now. Say, for example, if you had $1,000 and you took 100, you know what I mean? You took 300 out of the $1,000 and you took $100 and you started an account with Chase Bank. You took another 100. You started with Wells Fargo. You took another 100 and you gave it to Bank of America. And let's say you having a conversation with a bitch and she said, where you want me to send it to? And you say, what bank are you close by? Because whatever bank that you close by, that's where you're going to send it to, because I'm banking with everybody. Oh, check you out. Especially if a bitch don't have a true definition and vision of what money is any goddamn way. Soon as the bitch hear, you know what I mean, that he got multiple bank accounts, you know what I mean, especially if you got a bitch or two, or bitches, or she hear bitches in the background, or you know what I mean, or you have to like, hold on for a minute, I'm gonna hit you right back, or hold on for a minute, let me answer this. She know you got another hoe or hoes, and you got multiple bank accounts and she ain't been around you yet. What's she gonna think about your pimping? What's she gonna think about your pimping? And plus, just to keep it all the way, 100, with you, you want that anyway. Why? Because truth of the matter is, the bitch might be in an area where Bank of America is not around, but she might be around the Wells Fargo. So it ain't just about the appearance of looking good. This is just real shit. And when you dealing with bitches, man, that's flaky, or you know what I mean? You got to remember, man, some of these bitches, man, they be like the bomb in New Jack City, man. Like, Which one? Which one? You know what I mean? So, if you it ain't a Bank of America around, but it's a Chase Bank around, and you banking with them. So if she sit up there and she say, "Oh, it ain't no BA around," oh, what is it? Chase? Okay, I'm gonna send you my account number for Chase. I'm telling you to get your shit in order. Well, bitch ain't got no excuse. I got Zelle, PayPal, motherfucking Cash App, Bank of America, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo. You know what I mean? What's happening? You know what I mean? I got all type of ways, baby, for you to send the money. You know what I mean? I'm going to accommodate you. So, and the woman is impressed with all that, especially when she heard that you have multiple bank accounts, because most niggas that's professing to be in this pimping, these niggas don't even have bank accounts. They don't have no credit cards and debit cards and all of that shit. They walking around, you know what I mean, with all of their money and savings in their pocket or in their car. So when you got, you know what I mean, debits and credits and shit like that, it makes you look and appear as if, you know what I mean, what you supposed to be. You know what I mean? Real talk. Hold on. And if he don't ask for the interview or choosing fee, then he the wrong one. Oh, girl, you already know. If he, listen, first of all, if he don't ask for a choosing fee, then you pretty much know if he ain't trying to ask for no money, he trying to get some pussy. Okay? And if you think he fine and attractive and shit like that, I know a lot of y'all gonna talk, big hoe talk, you know what I mean, on the internet. But, if he fine and attractive, bitch, and you give him some pussy, because, you bitches be doing all type of shit, especially when you ain't under some instructions. Yeah, but just don't give him no money. You know what I mean? If you had a little rendezvous and you let him taste it or you let him hit it or whatever and you did whatever you did, I don't even want you to do that. But, you bitches be doing a lot of shit, especially when you ain't under instructions. But if you get into that, you know what I mean, with him, you know what I mean, don't give him no money. Come on, man. Don't give him no money. He not even worthy, you know what I mean, of the motherfucking money. Don't disrespect this game by sitting over there giving him something, baby, that he don't deserve. Don't give him a pimp's reward. Don't do that. Don't disrespect the game. Don't disrespect this pimping. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know what I mean? You want to make sure your priorities is right. So, when you sitting over there talking to a bride who is not the caliber of hoeing to produce a 10,000 or produce a 20,000, and she got a little tight ass 500 or whatever, you know what I mean? Them type of brides, the best game to basically give those type of brides, you know what I mean? Now notice, watch this, watch my wordplay. I never said that if a bride say, well, how much you asking for? What's your fee? I didn't never tell. I might not say my fee. Watch this. What's your fee, Sin? And then I might sit up there and be like, how much you got on you right now? I got 600. Ooh. And if I know that she one of them flaky bitches, you know what I mean? Cause at least if you break the bitch for the little 500 or 600 or 1,000 that she got, you know what I mean? Cause she think that little 500 or 600 or $1,000 is the world. If she give you that, at least the bitch will follow her money. You know what I mean? If the bitch, you know what I mean, don't have a reason to keep following, a lot of times them bitches will blow with the motherfucking wind. But if she one of them bitches that, you know what I mean, every now and then she make $1,000 in a 24-hour period, she make $1,000 in a 24-hour period like a holiday. If she one of them bitches, she just cute for no reason, or she thick for no reason, and she don't got no game about herself, don't know how to talk to tricks. She just a regular little $300-400 a day bitch. You want to sit up there and break her. You want to get the bitch used to breaking herself to you, okay? Because telling her my choosing fee is $5,000 for little bitches like that. You know what I mean? She not even going. First of all, she already come to the situation mentally defeated because she looking at 5,000 like 5 million, and she looking at the time frame that it'll take her to produce. You know what I mean? The 5,000 to even have you. Then watch this. Every bitch come to you for different reasons. One bitch might sit up there, you know what I mean, and come to you for fornication. Another bitch might come to you because of your situation. Shouts out O'Shea, love, bro. Always find out why a bitch coming to you. Is she coming to you because you got a nice situation? Is she coming to you because she want to have fornication? Is she coming to you because the fame of your situation? You know what I mean? Very seldom do bitches come for the uncommon information of this game. It's usually because of fornication or a good situation. One of them two. You know what I mean? Blessings to everybody that just came in. But, you know what I mean? It's usually because of them 3 reasons. A bitch fucking with you because of fornication. She wants some dick. Or your situation. You got some nice cars. Or you got a nice place. Or you got some pretty bitches and she want to be in the pretty bitch club. Or you a popular pimp in the game, and that's how she can get some fame in the game, by having her name mentioned with yours. So when she talk to other hoes, or the next interview that she get with the next P, she can say that she come from your famous ass, and she feel like that'll give her some points for being with you for a little time. I'm telling you, fornication, good situation, every now and then the uncommon information, which is the game. But most of these bitches is not choosing and fucking with a nigga because of the game. No. It's because of fornication in a good situation. So she either wants some dick, or she either looking at you like the number 1 draft pick because of the house, the car, the jewelry, or the attractive women that you got, or you just hot on the gram. You got over 20,000 or 50,000 people following you on the gram, you know what I mean? And she just like your situation. Or you might be one of them rappers that think you a pimp, or a pimp that got the talent of rapping, and you popular for your music and your campaign in the streets, and she want her name to have fame with it, so she trying to fuck with you. That type of shit. Okay? Don't let the bitch get away with murder. When you know a bitch is a faggot, or not even just a faggot, when you know that the bitch is coming to you for fornication, or because you have a good situation, make sure that you get your accumulation out the bitch before y'all physically even see each other. You know what I mean? Seriously. Check it out the bitch before y'all physically even see each other. All right? Do not play. Because if she just really just came to you to fuck, and she didn't have to earn nothing to come see you, oh, she really gonna think you a joke then. Yeah, she know the temperature is definitely on comfortability within your household. You know what I mean? She didn't even have to work to see you. She didn't even have to work to be around you. She didn't have to work to be in your presence. So she think that you a toy. You know what I mean? And a lot of you niggas, you know what I mean, it really looked like a play situation, you know what I mean, that you got going on. Every time you live, you know what I mean, you laughing and playing with your bitch or bitches, you know what I mean, like they your little girlfriends and shit, you know what I mean. So the bitch think it's just gonna be a cool situation. She think, you know what I mean, she just gonna come over there and fuck on your bitches. It's a cool little lesbian situation over there. Y'all can have a good threesome and foursome and fivesome and over there. The bitch ain't coming over there for some pimping, man. Most of the broads that come off, especially social media, if she coming off social media, 9 out of 10, it is nothing about pimping. It's nothing about pimping. A lot of time a bitch will give you some money just to sit up there and come to your situation just to see whether or not is you really the dude that you profess to be on the social media. I heard you talking shit, or I seen some of your pictures, I see your image, and I just really just came here just to see, you know what I mean, if you really, that on social media. Because most niggas that's talking that shit and flashing shit on the internet in real life, they ain't about shit. They not about this game. You know what I mean? And these bitches know that. That's why they play with these niggas. You know what I mean? Because she just wants some dick. You know? So, when you sit up there and you know a bitch is attractive and she coming to you for fornication, now listen, most P's ain't gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you. Check it out. When you are holus and dolus, okay, and you're having a conversation with a woman, and she just keep trying to get the conversation on fucking. You know what I mean? Y'all FaceTiming, and she doing little moves. She standing up, you know what I mean? And she showing, you know what I mean, her titties, and you know what I mean? She's sitting over there just like, so how was your day today? And she just, you know what I mean, doing all type of shit to try to entice you. You know what I mean? Now, what I will tell you is, don't ever allow the temperature to be on comfortability, because she is going to see whether or not she could play with you. And if a bitch say, I'm about to send you some pictures right now, and she sending pictures of her ass, her pussy, her titties, and you sitting over there, oh my God, ooh wait, yeah, I can't wait to sit up there. Now, I'm gonna give you, it's a two-way street. I got to give you both sides. Some bitches, when they send pictures or do something sexual, you know what I mean? And if the nigga don't flirt with the bitch back, and he don't say something sexual back, the bitch think that he don't like her. He think that, he don't like me. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go, you actually have bitches that, feel like this. He didn't like me. You know what I mean? Girl, why you didn't choose up with such and such? Why you didn't fuck with that nigga? He didn't like me. When the truth really was that, you know what I mean, the reason why she feels like that is because when she flirted with him and she was on some Tupac shit, she was trying to see if it was cool to fuck. Is it cool to fuck? The bitch was trying to find out if it was cool to fuck. And he was kind of like stone-faced it. He didn't feel anything. He switched the conversation to something else. You do have bitches that's pretty much, well, I just don't think that we the right time. You know what I mean? No, it's 6:15 where I'm at. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's 6:50. It's 6:16 in the morning in this Toronto. But you know what I mean? Everybody pimping, you'll still start seeing bitches say shit like this. Everybody pimping ain't for everybody hoeing, and everybody hoeing ain't for everybody pimping. So, I'm not saying you ain't a pimp. I just don't think we compatible. You know what I mean? What the bitch really saying is, she tried to be on some freaknik shit with you. You know what I mean? And, she was testing to see if she could get a deal about you. She was seeing if, she would be able to get the head first. She'd get the head before she get a head with you. And, yeah, man, the temperature was on pimping. A lot of what I'm about to say right now, this gonna go over a lot of niggas' head. But the reason why some of you niggas ain't gonna knock certain bitches, because you're a pimp. The reason why you not gonna knock certain bitches that's like highly attractive and you hearing about them making a lot of money, but the reason why you're not going to knock certain of these bitches is because you're a pimp and you're doing some pimping and you're masculine and you're a man and you maintain your standards as a man. So whenever you're a man that stands on your P, stands on your principle, and you pimping, reality is you're not going to knock every bitch. Bitch might have a conversation with you and she flirting with you or she testing you in certain areas, and if she can feel that you a real P and there's too much pimping going on, bitch ain't about to fuck with you, man. Because that's a facade that she putting on the internet. She don't really want no pimping, man. That bitch want a clown. You know what I mean? She don't want no pimping. She wants a clown. And she's testing you, and everything come out your mouth is pimping, 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 game, game, game. And it's irritating the fuck out of her because she's not of the game. Another thing before I leave. Another reason, one of the biggest reasons why a lot of niggas don't knock in the streets and on the internet is because they talk to square bitches. They talk to square prostitutes like they hoes. That's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of niggas don't knock in the strip club. They don't knock when they driving up and down the track. They don't knock when they inside of these Facebook groups that's supposed to be pimping hoe groups. They don't knock when they in the inbox talking to these broads, because they talk to these square ass bitches, these square prostitutes like they hoes. And you know what you must understand is, just because a bitch catch dates, just because a bitch is participating in prostitution, and I gotta say it 1,000 times more, just because she walking up and down the streets, getting in and out of cars, that does not make. Just because she damn near naked, just because she walking up and down Fig in her birthday suit and she naked, that does not mean that she's a hoe. I know it like, what? She walking down Fig. She butt ass naked, nigga. What you mean she not a hoe? Listen, you could be an exhibitionist. Just because a bitch like to be naked and like the attention that she receives for being beautiful and attractive, that don't mean, you know what I mean, that she's a hoe. That just means that she like attention. A lot of them bitches is just going to the track. They just going to the strip club for attention. It's not because she's a hoe. So just because she go in and out and she put a dick in her mouth and she get fucked by different tricks, that don't make her a hoe. She's a prostitute. She's just a square ass prostitute. That's it. You know what I mean? No, she wasn't on that Sharon. You know what I mean? She just not no hoe. And a lot of niggas have messed up their action, you know, getting at these bitches. Hey, some of these bitches are so square that if you call them a bitch, she'll catch an attitude. The bitch is so much of a goddamn square that you could call her a bitch and she'll fuck around and catch an attitude with you and want to fight, or sit up there and cuss you out and tell you that you don't got no respect for a woman. Some of these bitches are so motherfucking square, especially nowadays. These niggas is pimps make hoes. I don't know what these niggas making, but just peep game. When you be on the net, when you be on Instagram, niggas know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say the whole name, but that little dinosaurs page, look at the comment section and look at the thoughts of these broads. Oh my God, I wish I was with a nigga that talked to me like that. Every word out of his mouth is bitch, bitch, bitch this, and bitch, bitch, bitch that. You know, man, I'm a lady. You know what I mean? That type of shit. You know what I mean? These bras is really squares. And these niggas be sitting over there going to jail and end up doing time in prison because he talking and doing shit with this prostitute like she a hoe when she really just a fucking square ass prostitute. She's in prostitution, but she's a square at heart. She's not a fucking hoe. She's not a hoe. So, you know what I mean, in them little Facebook groups, these niggas, you know what I mean, they be trying to impress each other. So they be putting on their most pimpish acts instead of going after the woman, instead of talking to the woman in her. You know what I mean? Always remember that too, that these broads is conforming to an image. Okay? Conforming to an image. All right? So even if she is a hoe or not, always remember that she's a woman or female. You know, because every female ain't a woman. That's another video. But talk to the woman in her. Because if you could reach the woman that's hiding behind the image that she's conforming to, nigga, you getting ready to knock her. You getting ready to knock her socks off. Always remember that hoe talk and the hoeing, yeah, you know what I mean? She might love the lifestyle and she might really be this hoeing. But that does not change who she is behind, you know, the image, behind the character that she's conforming to. Okay? Because behind all that is a female. Behind all that, you know, is a woman. And if you can say something to reach the woman, nigga, you about to get a breaking. You about to get a charging, but more than a charging and a breaking, nigga, you about to get you a hoe. You know what I mean? Because the little charging and the money and all of that shit, that come with just getting the mind of the woman. The mind is the control center of everything. You want the mind of that woman. And, you know, if she's a square prostitute or just, you know, some square, you're not going to be able to reach her, you know what I mean, if you sit up there and come with the whole little, you know what I mean, yeah, bitch. You know what I mean, you already know what it is, bitch. And she like, oh my God. You know, why is his vocabulary so second and third grade? And why is he talking to me like this? You know what I mean? She really haven't been around this game, man. She got the fragrance of a square. The fragrance of a square, man. She got that cheap perfume on called Square Ass Bitch. So, what I teach you guys? Observation. Okay? Always observe, stay preserved till you know who deserves your time. If you make the correct observation, you will know who to have a conversation with and who to not have a conversation with. Observation. You got to be watchful. And it's no excuse because you have the internet. So you're able to go on a broad's page, see who she's following and who she's not following. Me personally, just to give you some good social media game, you know what I mean? Not even give you some street game, strip club or mall or whatever. When you are sitting over there, you know, looking for a broad to knock, me personally, believe it or not, I sat up there yelling, stare me and knock off of the Whole Foods page one time. You like, what? Yeah, that's how I sat up there and came up with the Kelly bitch. I was on the Whole Foods page and I had went through the comment section and I seen comments and I seen Kelly up in the comments and I went and this white bitch got hips like this and she got ass like a Tamika from the projects. Titties is sitting on dubs. And this bitch only had a lot not to you. She was following like 700 people. And the bitch only had like 130 something people following her. I said, oh, that's my type. That's my type. I like bitches that look like that ain't really known like that. Okay? Because once I get the bitch, it's not going to be hard taking the bitch completely off of social media because she ain't have nothing to do with social media really to begin with. So when you sit up there and you say, yeah, you know what I mean, I want to be serious about this game. Or I am serious about this game, and I'm only fucking with women. You know what I mean? They got that same mentality. You know what I mean about this game. So just to keep that shit all the way 100. You know what I mean? If you ain't willing to give up that social media, you know what I mean? I can't fuck with you. A lot of you niggas right now, if you told your bitch to give up social media, you know that bitch will blow up on you. But yeah, I knocked the Kelly bitch right off this. Hold on. I don't wanna make this shit focus. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can see it. But yeah, man. Going to Whole Foods and they ain't even had these many followers then. But you know what I mean? Damn near 3 million followers, man. But a lot of P's don't know. Of course, some of y'all gonna know now. But man, there's some good ass women on the Whole Foods page on Instagram. You niggas be looking under RHGO, HGO, you know what I mean? 304, 304 Life. That's cool. No disrespect to, you know what I mean, Foodasia, 304, Keenan Asia, you know what I mean, 304 Life, TTT Tasia, you know what I mean, uh, LaQuisha Jenkins and shit, you know what I mean, she on the Dinosaurs page. That's cool. But when you looking for some good quality work, you know what I mean, some work that when they walk in the room, the tricks be like, that type of work, you got to look at places that most of the P's, you know what I mean, wouldn't be at. And I just gave you, I got other pages too, but I ain't gonna sit up there and tell you that. Just like it's websites to good knocking websites here in Canada, you know what I mean, that you niggas ain't gonna be able to see, you know what I mean, out there. You know what I mean? Because you out there. And the site don't allow you out there, you know what I mean, to sit up there and see the site. But it's a good knocking. You know what I mean? Look at you niggas, man. I'm about to follow the Whole Foods page right now. Listen, if you follow the Whole Foods page on Instagram, take out time to go through the comments section, you know what I mean, on them pictures. I guarantee you find you some good ass work or a cool little broad and shit. And when you sit up there and get you, you know what I mean, a broad, and you knock you a bitch, man, come back and tell me thank you. Come back and tell me thank you, nigga. You know what I mean? Because a lot of you niggas wasn't even thinking about that. Whole Foods, yes. If you want you a bitch that don't smoke, don't drink, already working out, loves to read, you can have conversations outside of music and fashion with, yes, that is a good place to sit up there, you know what I mean, and you know, and knock, you know. Yeah, the Canadian women, man, are cool. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna speak too soon, but yeah, man, your bro about to, man, I'm about to have me another one, man, in a minute. Yeah, man, I'm about to have me another Canadian in a minute. You know what I mean? Truth be told, but you know, ain't going. You know how it is. We don't sit up there and get too happy. You know what I mean? Off a few little break-ins and shit. You know what I mean? But I'm waiting for her to you know, fulfill some more little things, and yeah, she gonna be at White Castles too. You know what I mean? But now that I'm getting, that's another thing that I'm gonna tell y'all before I leave. I just want to run over some things. Get your bitches some passports, man. Get your passport game up, not just for you, but for the bitch. You know what I mean? Because when it gets slow in America, or, you know, man, that's just beautiful, man. Hoes like adventures, especially young ones. You know what I mean? Hoes like to move. And that is just so beautiful. You know what I mean? You done pimped on the bitch. You know what I mean? In Bora Bora. You know what I mean? You done pimped on the bitch in Dubai. The bitch done got your mail in Israel. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, man, you know what I mean, when you send them bitches cross country, man, and they really you know what I mean, get money like that, especially if you got a thieving ass broad, yeah, man, you definitely need to get you a passport. If you got you a thieves, yeah, you need to have a passport. You need to have a passport, especially before she get too cased up. Okay, if she don't got no felonies on her name, she don't have no cases pending. Oh my God, nigga, if you don't go get that motherfucking passport, nigga, if you don't go pimp, man, I'm so excited about the motherfucking future. I can't even talk to you because you know what I mean. But I'm so excited about a lot of shit, man, that I'm about to do, man. Man, you know what I mean. I've been wanting to put certain shit out. I wanted to do certain things, but I said, nah. Why you think I took that video down with me counting that little 15,000 and shit at the thing? I took that shit down, man. You know what I mean. I just was giving confirmation or something, but I've been kind of, I laid off of that. If you notice, I don't put too many videos of me like counting money and, you know what I mean. Remember, even when I was in the States, I had the bitch, man, for years, 2 years, counting money. And them niggas used to try to lie on me. You know what I mean? He had the bitch for a year and he only got 20,000. And no disrespect, because, he has his own legacy, but, and I know people, they fans, so they gonna ride with who they a fan of because that's their little favorite movie. But just to be 100, like mentally, nigga, even in your 60s, you not on my level. And not just that, verbal game, mouthpiece, personality, like, nigga, you nowhere on my planet. The fuck you mean? So, for him to say that, and then you ugly, like, come on, man, me and you not on the same level, partner. And no disrespect to the old era, because I told you, young peas, we always give props, to the ancient times, because if it don't be for the ancient times, we wouldn't have a recent times. But I always give the young pimps they props, man, because it takes something to pimp in today's generation. It really takes something to pimp. Them niggas didn't have these laws. These niggas didn't have to, them old niggas, them old pimps that you be looking up to like a god. They didn't have these laws. They didn't have social media. They didn't know nothing about no human trafficking. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know nothing about celebrities getting in their bitch DM and all. They don't know nothing about that. That's not their world. And not to make their world look so small, but when you sitting over there and you in poverty and you get together with a woman that's in the urban community, you don't even have to do too much encouraging and enticing. You had a lot of women back then that wanted to be successful and just as well. You know what I mean? They wanted to be, that's the difference. A lot of times you niggas, it's just preachers and pimps. Nowadays, I gotta be 100. Preachers and pimps have so many similarities. Because the preacher, when he's behind the pulpit, he's pretty much spending most of the message sitting over there trying to convince the congregation. And that's the same thing that the pimping is doing with the women of nowadays. Convincing. He's taking out so much time to do a lot of convincing. When back in the day, you didn't have to sit up there and do a lot of convincing if you was a preacher. You told people basically that if you don't get saved, you're going to go to hell. And a lot of people got scared of going to hell, went to the altar, lifted up their hands, and ended up giving their life to God because they heard about a place called hell and they didn't want to go there. Nowadays, you tell the young people that they going to hell, they like, nigga, we already in hell. What is you talking about? You know what I mean? That's not different era. In our day for pimping, most of the P's is taking out most of the campaign to convince. They convincing. When back in the day, you didn't have to do all of that. Every now and then, yeah. but not as much convincing as going on today. You got bitches that's like, yeah, back in the day, the hoe had to sit up there and, prove herself to a pimp. But nowadays, the pimp got to prove himself to the hoe because hoes done got smart. That type of lame, homosexual, gay-ass, blasphemous shit is being said today. That type of shit. That shit wasn't said in yesterday. A bitch knew that she had to sit up there and come right or not come at all to the pimping. She knew that. She knew it. Now, like I said, with social media, man, it's enabled damn near any fag, any renegade to talk to any popular, famous, known in the game, all over the land, famous man, in this PIMP. She get up in his DM, his inbox, and his Snapchat and talk to him at any time he wants. Real talk. You know what I mean? So it's just fucked up. But I hope that I said something tonight to trouble the heart and mind of you guys. Don't talk to that bitch, man, too long. Don't sit up there and waste all your pimping. You know what I mean? You sitting over there making Farrakhan and Malcolm X speeches and shit on the phone, and the bitch, listening to all that and ain't doing nothing about it. Remember that it's billions of them out here, but it's only one of you, pimp. It's only one of you, young pimp. It's billions of bitches. It's billions of bitches around here with a fat ass. It's billions of bitches with a pretty face. What makes her so special for you to chase after her like that? It's billions of bitches that got what that bitch got. She ain't shown you nothing or did nothing to show you that she's that motherfucking special. And you stop treating her like she's such. Because she haven't proven to you, that she's important. Seriously. You know what I mean? So when you talking to a woman, you tell her that my information, I had to make sacrifices for. For my information, I had to sit up there and go through difficulties. I had to hit my head for. I don't have time to play with you. Some of you been through jail. Some of you niggas done been through prison. And if it haven't been through jail, if it wasn't for prison, if it wasn't through the school of hard knocks, you wouldn't even have the game that you have. Some of you niggas had to get knocked for your favorite bitch or that bitch you was really liking on. You know what I mean? For you to reach the understanding that you have right now. Some of you niggas had to be holeless and doleless and sleeping in car rentals for you to have the understanding of the game that you have right now. Some of you niggas had to sit up there and sleep in a fucking Greyhound for you to have the game that you have right now. And for you to be in the position that you're in right now, and you talking to these bitches for free, she get to call you whenever she want to call you, nigga, is motherfucking disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the time that you spent in jail. It's disrespectful to the time that you spent in prison. It's disrespectful to the time that you went without food. It's disrespectful for the time that you had to get a jug from another man. You went through all of that just to gain all of that. And to give this away for free, nigga, have you lost your mind? And that's exactly why this motherfucking game is fucked up now. Because we got so many bitches choosing up on boyfriends, choosing up on good dick, choosing up on good head, choosing up on the dope man, choosing up on the weed man. It's time to get serious about your pimping. You know why? Because the moment that your ass get locked up, if God forbid, but if you was to sit up there and get locked up, you're going to be depressed. You're going to be mad as fuck, and you're going to be thinking about all the times that you was on the phone talking to dumbass bitches that wasn't about shit. A waste of time. Some of you going to be in jail with cheap ass bails like 50 and 100,000, and you can't get out. Why? Because you was too goddamn busy hanging around niggas who didn't possess no pimping, wasn't about nothing, and on the phone talking to bitches that didn't want nothing in life and didn't want nothing to do with the lifestyle. Get right or get left. Get right with this game. Examine yourself. Look at your frailties. Examine yourself. Look at your insecurities. Examine yourself. Look at your frailties. And get into a continuity of examining yourself. It's time to take your pimping. Me too. Talking to me too. Time to take your pimping and hold it up to the mirror. What areas do I need to come up in? Do you know, some of you pimps, you already know the spirit of pimping then dealt with you. And dealt with you that you need to read more. When you gonna read? You keep talking about starting a business. How you gonna do that if you don't read? How you gonna do that if you don't ask questions? How you gonna do that if you're not seeking? P, I want to start a club. P, I want to start a lounge. P, I want to start a restaurant. P, I want to get into the real estate business. How you gonna do that if you don't read, nigga? Before you know it, you'll be 30 years old. Before you know it, you'll be 40 years old. Before you know it, you'll be 50 years old. Time don't wait on nobody. You can play with that bitch, but time ain't gonna motherfucking play with your ass. Because while you playing and while you ain't doing no pimping, while you ain't presiding over your money correctly, while you ain't pimping accordingly, time don't wait on no man. You'll be 30 just like that. You'll be 40 just like that. You'll be 50 just like that. And you'll be like a lot of niggas that I know that's about to hit 50 years old or over 50 years old, don't own no property, don't have no money, just got pictures, Gucci clothes, don't even got motherfucking insurance, life insurance. If they die right now, the pimpin' got to sit up there, you understand me, and raise a fund for them so we can have a funeral. I'm telling you this real. There's certain niggas right now that don't even own the $2,000-$3,000 Cadillac that they driving around. Don't even own the $2,000-$3,000 Cadillac. And been in this game since I don't know when. Don't own their Cadillac or had the Benz since forever. Listen, man, get ahead of the bitch. Get ahead of the bitch, young man. Get it ahead of the bitch, young P. Get ahead of that bitch, man. Stack your money, man. Because truth of the matter is, while you trying to buy Gucci, while you trying to buy Louis getting richer. Gucci getting richer. And when them bitches sit up there and leave your motherfucking unwise ass, you gonna have all the Louis, you gonna have all the Gucci, no property, no currency, and no motherfucking credit. Get your mind right. Stop trying to compete against other niggas. I told you that all pimps was broke. All pimps is broke. In the league that we in, the minor league, all pimps is broke. All it is one man got more crumbs than the next one. And within the lifestyle, you got one nigga that think he a god because he got more crumbs than the next nigga that ain't got nothing. But the truth is, all of us ain't got shit. We all broke. All we can do is take the game from the game, apply it to our brain, and endeavor to obtain on a whole nother motherfucking plateau and get to the major leagues of the game. Because the game is bigger than pimping. The game is bigger than that. Our lifestyle, the game is bigger than that. What you want to do is take the game from the minor leagues, elevate yourself, do right by your credit, get you some property, stack up your currency, and don't be like these niggas just getting property just to have property. Get you some real shit. Make pimp moves, nigga. Don't sit up there and get you a mansion home in the sewer. You know what I mean? Do something that's commendable, honorable, reputable, respectable. You know what I mean? That's been showing that you've been having a profitable time in the game. That's what you do. But don't be another nigga that's 50 and 60 years old that didn't even go to jail, didn't even go to prison, didn't even go to the feds. Because believe it or not, you got a lot of niggas that are not, you know what I mean? You know, they didn't even go to prison. They didn't even go to the feds. They shit was never confiscated. Like, damn, P, you didn't go to the feds, you didn't go to prison, you didn't go to jail. How you lose all your shit? Why you don't own no property? Why you don't have no currency? Why you don't have no credit? Why, P? You didn't go to jail, you didn't go to prison, you didn't go to the feds. Baby, what happened? What was you doing? And I'm here to tell you that if you do not preside over your money wisely and do some real pimping, stop being Louis Vuitton's hoe. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Stay G'd up, you know, when you can, but take care of your business first. Get ahead of the bitch. If you endeavoring to own a house, before you endeavor to own the house, you know, of course, stack up. Don't just own no bullshit, but, you know, stack up. But as far as your rent, get 6 months ahead. Get a year ahead. So if that bitch blow up, guess what? You 6 months ahead. You a year ahead. Pay your bills 4 months, 6 months, a year ahead. When you really having money. When you really having money, you could go to another state and be there months and don't got to worry about shit. Why? Because your rent been paid months ahead, a year ahead. You know what I mean? You took care of business. You're not worried about a goddamn thing. Pay your phone bill in advance. Take care of your shit, man. Listen to me. A lot of niggas that's in jail right now, a lot of niggas that's in prison right now, they wish they could come back and do what I said. But this game that you have and this game that you gonna gain, P, this is worth being paid for. When you go to a congregation, when you go to a church, do you think that TD Jakes is gonna sit up there and come to some storefront and preach there for free? Answer me. I'm gonna wait for y'all answer. Do you think Bishop TD Jakes, do you think that Bishop Joel Osteen, Joyce Meyer, do you think they just gonna come to some storefront on the west side and just preach just because they just love the Lord without receiving anything? Before I leave, I just want to show you how stupid you look for not charging that bitch. Do you know that there's some homosexual choir directors that won't even come to a church and direct a choir unless they're paid? It's some homosexual choir directors that you cannot get them to come to the church and direct a choir unless they got a deposit, unless they got some racks. I'm speaking from what I know. You think Ricky Dillard is just gonna come to your church and just direct your choir and you ain't racked him up? It don't work like that. You think Kirk Carr or Kirk Franklin, you know what I mean, gonna come to your church and just come there? No, it don't go like that. I'm giving you this 100. If your mama die right now, you think, you know what I mean, Creflo Dollar is just gonna, Creflo, my mama died. You know, I would love for you to preach at the funeral. You think Creflo gonna sit up there and preach at your mama's funeral for free? Huh? Do you really think that? You got a sad, you got another, you got a sad thing coming. I'm showing you all aspects of life. Nigga, don't you understand that before Drake come do the motherfucking show, nigga, that he done already got half or majority of what they motherfucking supposed to give him? If you want to get Drake, say for example, if we doing a show for Drake and it's a quarter, okay? Before Drake come perform, we got to send Drake $125,000 before he even come through. And honestly, a quarter for Drake is kind of cool. Because Drake doing shows and getting $500,000 sometimes, nigga. And even if he doing a show for $500,000, you got to give him a quarter before he even physically come there. You know what I mean? That's before he comes. Kodak Black. Do you think that you just gonna be able to give Kodak, you know what I mean? Man, you know what I mean? You a real nigga, man. I just appreciate you, man. One real nigga to another real nigga, man. And I'm just got a real nigga event for all the real niggas. And I just want you to come and perform in front of all the real niggas for free. It don't work like that, man. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? Look at what happened, you know what I mean, just now with Shotty from Treyway. His lawyer just reneged on him, man. His lawyer had to leave, man. Why? Because the funds wasn't right. So the lawyer had to bounce. Money wasn't looking right, so the lawyer was like, man, let me get the fuck on. Why? Because the information that I have can get you your freedom. My information can get your ass out of a correctional facility and get you your freedom. If you want your liberty in society, you got to give me currency to get that. The preacher, do you think, you understand me, that he's just living off the love of Jesus? No, the information that he's providing the people, he's being rewarded for. And honestly, I don't think like you guys think. If somebody is giving you some enlightenment, if somebody is giving you development, if somebody's giving you empowerment, if somebody is sitting over there bringing you out of mental and spiritual confinement, then, you know, small things like money, I don't think that should be a problem. I don't think that a person that's giving you all of that should even have to ask for small things like money, in my honest opinion. When you go to college, do you sit up there, you understand me, and think that you're going to go to the best college or the best university for free? Don't you know that you got to pay for books? You still got to pay for, you know what I mean, shelter? This shit costs money, man. Them college professors is getting paid. Why? Because of the information that they provide. The pastor, the professor, you know what I mean, the psychologist, the motivational speaker. And for you to call yourself a pimp and you letting a homosexual choir director demand from a church how much he gonna get before he even direct a choir? You letting, you know what I mean, some broad that's a female, you know what I mean, a decorator, you know what I mean, that's embellishing houses, she get her money up front. And you sitting over there playing with a bitch that only got a few hundreds of dollars, and you sitting over there letting her think about whether or not she want to fuck with you or not. You ought to feel ashamed of yourself. All that game that you got on the inside, and you let that bitch sit up there, and so you want to fuck with me or not? Well, and you let the bitch get all of that out. She get to think about, she get to sit up there, you understand me, and have another millennium on the phone with you before she sit up there and tell you yes or no, whether or not she want to be your hoe or not. Despicable. Abominable. P, you are the best definition of value. Remember, if you don't remember nothing else that I said in this video, your pimping will only be as big as your definition of what pimping is. Your pimping will only be as beautiful, as bright and beautiful as your vision of what pimping is. Small definition of pimping, small pimping. Small vision for a future in this pimping, that's exactly what you're going to produce. The bigger the definition, the bigger the vision, the bigger the determination, you know what I mean? The bigger it will be. But it'll never be done sitting over there wasting time on the phone or even in person, allowing a bitch to come spend time with you for free. Why? Because a woman ain't going to pay for something that she don't got to pay for. Woman not going to sit up there and make sacrifices for something that she can get for free from you. That ain't how it works. If she knows she can sit up there and get your time and wisdom from your infinite mind for free without giving a fee up to give it, she's not going to do it. And I want to tell you that is so disrespectful, because there was so many sacrifices that was made for you to have the information that you have. And for you to sit up there and be on the phone with a broad for a month, months, you know what I mean? And this bitch ain't made one sacrifice, and she get to talk to you whenever and however she want to. It's disrespectful to manhood. It's disrespectful to pimping. And nigga is disrespectful to this game. Get yourself right, man. You know what I mean? After this, think about everything, man, that you've been failing in, every area, every aspect, you know what I mean, that you've been coming wrong in. And instead of waiting to 2019, nigga, you need to start today. Don't wait till 2019. Nigga, pimp today. Don't wait till 2019. It's Friday. It's motherfucking, you understand me, a Good Friday right now. You know, we're in a few days, last days of December right now. Nigga, don't wait till 2019, nigga. Pimp today. Don't wait till 2019 to become a man and get some balls and tell that bitch about your standards and fee. Nigga, pimp today. Pimp today, nigga. Don't wait till 2019. Pimp today. And I guarantee you, you take that attitude and you sit up there and apply that, you know what I mean, in all aspects of your motherfucking life, you know what I mean, until you niggas that's not in the game, don't wait till 2019 to be the best you. Be the best you today. Use your ability to the best of your ability and make it your motherfucking responsibility to be the best you that you can be today. Don't wait till 2019. Do that shit today. You got today to do that. Okay, before I leave, hit the like button. Hit the like button and hit the share button. This is the only way, you know what I mean, the videos like this is going to be seen, is if y'all hit the like button and hit the share button. That's it. So I need y'all to share this on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it on Snapchat. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. You know what I mean? Period. Especially for that last video that I did. That last video I did, that should have been up to 2,000 likes. You know what I mean? Listen, game. You know what I mean? If you really love the game and appreciate the game and how the game sit up there and use me, you know what I mean, brother? You know what I mean? Be a blessing to this game. All I ask is for y'all to hit the like button. This channel ain't even eligible yet to be receiving super chats. And brother, I appreciate you for wanting to donate. But if you truly want to donate, if it's that bad, you could go to www.sinfulthep.net and hit the consultation button. I got new web designs over there too. But www.sinfulthep.net, hit the consultation button, and my PayPal information is right there. You can send money, you know what I mean, anytime. Honestly, it's actually best, and I need to change that pretty soon. I'm going to change that PayPal and put my Zelle account information there, because Zelle be there like, just like that. You know what I mean? But for you guys that don't know, I'm going to tell you this before I go. If you want consultation from me, now is the time, because I got a little time on my hands, because you know what I mean, I haven't got really situated, you know, out here yet. I'm going to switch my room today. It's Friday, so yeah, I'm going to end up going to another hotel today. But, you know, as far as my consultation, I'm not doing no more $75 consultation. You know what I mean? My clientele already know, but I'm just letting you guys know. 2019, I'm not doing any more $75 consultation. So if you want to do a $75 30-minute consultation, this will be the time. Because when New Year's hit, nigga, that's it. You know what I mean? That is it. It's going to just be $200 an hour for the year of 2019. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it ain't nothing but $50 or up from the 150. But no, I'm not doing no more 75. So if you want to get a 75 30-minute in with me, man, make sure that you go to www.sinfulthep.net, hit the consultation button, and make an appointment. Definitely won't be no disappointment. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, go to Instagram, put in SIN2_FUL. Follow me because I created another channel, you know what I mean, that I only post my Instagram videos on. You know what I mean? So if you want to debate me, if you want to question me, if you want to make statements to me, come to my Instagram and you can challenge me, debate me, question me, you know what I mean, at any time. Instagram, SIN2_FUL. You might want to cuss me out. Come to my Instagram, SIN2_FUL. So either whether it's positivity or negativity, I got availability and I'm giving you the liberty and opportunity to bring your big head ass to Instagram, SIN2_FUL, and come through. I love you guys. You know what I mean? If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But remember, a woman is not going to pay for what she can get for free. If she can get your time, if she can get the wise words from your infinite mind for free, she is not going to make no sacrifices, you know what I mean, for you. She's not going to feel obligated to make you feel appreciated simply because you didn't demand that type of respect. I love you guys. I hope you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. You guys put up with me over 3 hours and I'm hoarse, man. I'm about to get me some water and I'll speak to you guys later on, man. Love.